Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Thursday night speedrunning here on the Nakabi stream. Apologies that we're starting quite late this evening. But we are now ready to get started with some more 007 Everything or Nothing speedrun attempts. See if we can get a PB that I am comfortable sticking on the speedrun leaderboards. Evening, everybody. Hope everyone's good. Sorry, I've just like chowed down on a cookie just before, whilst the countdown's been on. And they're really tough cookies today. And the ones that like cook like are baked in house, and today's ones are really tough. I like them when they're a bit squidgy. And these ones are really brittle and hard and I arrived at the stream when the countdown was at 007. That is an appropriate number to start the stream on. Love that theme tune. So good. Oh, sorry, I had like a single cookie crumb under my on my chair, and it was really annoying because I've got shorts. I'm not gonna lie, I've got shirt, waistcoat, and tie on because this is what I wore for work today, and I've had no time to get changed this evening. But I've also got shorts on, jean shorts, because I sat Alex on my lap to read him his bedtime story, and when I got him off my lap, there was a big puddle on my lap. Not a puddle, there was a big wet mark on my lap, and it turns out that he had a pee. It had gone through his nappy, through his pajama bottoms, and then spread across my lap. So I at least I managed to change my trousers, but I don't have another clean pair of jeans just in my drawer. They've all been hung up in the wash. So I grabbed the first thing that I could find, which was a pair of shorts. So I'm in shorts. They're still denim shorts. It doesn't look that bad, but and they're already stained from my tea. So I'll be honest, I'm not having a very good evening this evening. So here's hoping that doesn't rub off on the speedrun and we actually have a decent time. Well, I do have a little bit of news to share. It's not a huge bit of news. I don't think this needs to be we'll wait for loads of people to come in. I'll probably mention it a few times. Just checking to make sure everything's working. So one other thing today is we are back. We are back on YouTube. We're back on YouTube Shorts because YouTube has now implemented its new system for dual streaming. So this means when you stream to YouTube, you stream not only you can stream not only to your you stream. Let me start this sentence again. Now, when you stream to YouTube, you can do what's called dual stream, where you stream to both horizontal and vertical at the same time. So obviously I've been doing this for a while, but it's been two separate streams. I've sent two separate streams, just two separate YouTube streams, and ran them simultaneously. Two different chats. I'm basically streaming on YouTube twice at the same time. It's just one in the vertical and one's in a horizontal view. And YouTube has now combined them into one. You just tick a button that says dual stream, and you stream both at the same time. And everything's combined. So it's all one chat. It's all one thing. I assumed that once I got started, I would get given a few sort of cropping options and things like that. But no, if you're watching this on YouTube vertical right now, if you're not watching it, if you're watching this on if you're watching this on horizontal, if you're watching this on your computer, quickly whip your phone out and have a look. It literally just takes the center. There's no cropping options or anything. It's just the very centerpiece of the stream is picked up. Now that causes a big problem for me because, of course, if you're watching the horizontal view, you will know that my content is not centered. My content on the show, I'm actually trying to watch as it comes forwards to catch up with with showing this cutscene. My content is not centered. You know, it is if I'm on my 4x3 layout, it is centered. On my 16:9 layout, and I would think for most people's 16:9 layouts, it's not centered, because that doesn't, the gameplay being centered doesn't make sense in the 16:9 layout. You wouldn't put this in the middle and then have things around the outside. The only way it'd be centered is if the game was full screen and you just have stuff over the top of it. So I kind of expected that YouTube might ship this with the same sort of cropping option, the usual cropping options that you get when you... well, actually, it's not YouTube that does it, it's Twitch that does it. When you take a clip of something on Twitch, you can convert it to a vertical clip, and it usually gives you 2 boxes. Basically, you create two boxes on your stream, and it stacks those 2 boxes one on top of the other. So usually what I do is I have one box which is my webcam, and another box which is as much of the game as I can fit in that box as possible, and they stack them on top of one and each other. I assumed YouTube was going to do that. They have said in their FAQ about dual streaming that more cropping options are coming, but I'm sure it specifically said more cropping options are coming. We're rolling out a setting that allows creators to go live in both horizontal and vertical formats at the same time. Turning on the setting creates a vertical crop of a horizontal live stream that shows up in the shorts feed in the YouTube mobile app. This update will gradually roll out to all creators in the next few weeks, with more cropping options and third-party encoder compatibility for vertical layouts to come as future updates. Now, to me, the fact that it says with more cropping options suggests there are at least some cropping options to begin with, but no, there's not. It just takes the very center slice of your stream, and that's what stream. So I'm gonna leave it up, and if you're watching the vertical stream, do let me know in chat how shit it is, because I imagine you're not going to be able to see much at all. Now, as I say, I could go back to streaming my actual vertical. I do have a vertical stream set up. The problem is that uses up bandwidth. And as we've been discovering lately, me trying to do 3 streams at the same time, because I'm streaming to Twitch and then 2 to YouTube, my internet just cannot handle it. And it means all 3 of them are shit. Because the 2 YouTube ones don't have enough bitrate to begin with, and because I have to cut them down, excuse me, and the Twitch one suffers because it's trying to run at 6,000 kilobits per second, but it can't because it literally doesn't, it just can't handle all of them. So we'll stick with this for now, see what comments we get about it. But I imagine at some point we will probably stop, and we'll come back to it when YouTube gives us a few more options for streaming like this, because it's pretty dire. It is pretty dire. I'm going to be honest. It's pretty poor from YouTube, but to be honest, not unexpected from YouTube. Like, you would have thought if they were going to roll this out, they'd roll it out with a little bit more to it. But no, it's roll it out, do it, and then we'll fix it later. Very typical. Not just typical internet. That's not just typical YouTube. That's typical internet, really. This is why Speedrun Tours UK still doesn't have a release date, because I don't want to roll it out until it's finished. Thank you, Meryl. Well, I figured as as we're doing a Bond stream, I should look. I mean, this isn't really what Bond would wear. But this is what I wore for work today, and I like wearing stuff like this, and I haven't really had time to get changed. So I figured I'd just stick with it. One day I will have to do some Bond stuff in a tuxedo. I've got a James Bond game on Boxing Day's episode of Fast Travel, so maybe I'll wear my dinner jacket for that, because it's Boxing Day, so it's special. And we've got a Bond game, so it's even more special. In fact, one of the other games is a very British posh narrator, so that kind of fits in with that. And the other one is completely not posh, it's like the complete opposite, so it would be quite funny. So I might wear a a dinner jacket. I would say tux, but it's not a tux. I might wear a tux. I might wear a dinner jacket for that episode because that might be nice. Anyway, I've said I said on my Discord server today that I did have a small announcement, nothing major. So I'm not gonna like make a huge deal out of it, but I'll mention it a couple of times if anyone picks it up again. I was like, oh yeah, this is what it is. I'm very, very pleased to announce that as of today, I have now been made co-tech lead for Preventathon. So I am no longer just I started Preventathon as a volunteer. I then applied to be a staff member. I've been a staff member for the 2 events. I've been a staff member since February. And I've been a staff member for Preventathon's tech team for the last 2 events. And as of today, I am now co-tech lead for Preventathon, which is I'm honoured. I was gonna be made redundant. Nah, not yet. If they ever find a job for me to do, then I won't be made redundant. But they're still struggling. Yeah, it's nice. It's Cell, my boss, essentially at Preventathon, said that the team all agreed it was a good idea. It sort of reflects the work and contributions I've made over the year. And then after it got sort of made official and I accepted, I got a message from Cubs, who is the lead and now co-lead with me, to sort of say congratulations. And he said, to be honest, we were kind of running it that way anyway, because he kind of looks after like the donation side and the tracker and all of that, and I solely concentrate on Node CG and all of that side of it. So he said, to be honest, it's more just making it an official thing. But it does mean like I get to see all the lead chat and stuff like that. So that's yeah, it's all cool. On the flip side of speedrun events, we're getting along well with ASC, Association of Convenience Stores, the Albion Speedrun Collective. We now have leads. On the subject of leads, each department now has a lead in ASC, which is really cool. I put out a draft suggestion of what it should be based on all the skills that everyone had said, and everyone came back and said, yeah, that all sounds good. I was like, oh, okay, I thought there was going to be some just, oh no, I'd rather not do that one. Can I do this one? Or I don't really want to be a lead. Could someone else do it? No, everyone was like, yeah, we're all good with that. And so now we've started discussions with each lead about what we want to get out of it and stuff like that. So we're slowly moving along. We just need the art and design team to come up with a logo, and then we're kind of actually ready to launch properly. We've kind of soft launched. We haven't like gone properly public with everything yet. Pretty much the moment the logo is decided on and finalized, that's when we like launch properly. So I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, that's it. Let's do this. 3, 2, 1, go. So on Tuesday's stream, we did my first 2 runs of James Bond Everything or Nothing. I finished with a 1 hour 16 minutes, and then of course the time that you see on the stream right now, which is 1 hour 13 minutes and 47 seconds, which is my current PB. Don't punch me. There we go. And roll forwards, grab the stuff. Oh, that's awkward. That should be it. Right, and now get out of here. Very, very short missions, everything or nothing. A lot of the missions will fly past us very, very quickly. And as you can see in the majority of them, the objective is just skip everything. So yeah, lost a little bit of time on that one. That's fine. There's plenty. Oh, there's so much time to be saved elsewhere. We had quite a few deaths in the previous one. The next kind of objective, as well as you can dispatch your enemies non-lethally with hand-to-hand as well as, of course, getting faster and stuff like that, is 0 deaths would be a really good next step.
Look up, Bond. You may find a good spot to use the repair. Excellent. Now,
That's weird. It allowed me to menu to the rappel, but Bond wouldn't get it out. You just hate it when you can't get something out. Oh, nice. That managed to do that without needing to reload. I'm going to use Bond Sense to shoot those.
Rappel off that ledge, 007.
Did I go the right way? This is it left or right? It's I went the wrong way. Now it's go as far to the right side as possible. I want to stick to the right because we have to go up against the wall here. And then here we don't get hit by these, so it doesn't matter that we...
You will have to find another way around.
Go on, Bond, go up then. It's weird that there's no music in this level. There we go. Took a little bit longer than I would have liked to aim that.
Keep moving.
I'm doing it!
If I may be so bold, 007, this might be the perfect opportunity to try the spider bomb.
Got the spider. One of 3 spiders we used throughout the game, I think, if I recall correctly. One here, one in Machinery of Evil, and one in...
Well, you've completed your objective.
A Long Way Down.
Now get out of there.
Push the button and roll, and we're done. Love it. Oh, gold split. I did not think that was that good, but apparently that was. Gold split. We'll do that. We don't want to save. No, we want to go to a long way. Oh, sorry, not a long. It's not a long way down. Can't remember. It is very MGS1 VR mission like. Yeah, we don't use a Q spider in this one. I can't remember that. I think it's Dangerous Descent, not a long way down. Something like that. I should have seen the name of this split is A Long Way Down because obviously it's the name of the level. So I should have been able to tell that it wasn't this mission where we use a Q spider.
I'll use that last explosion.
Oh, what just something just hit me and took like half of my health off. There is some armor. There is some armor in the next room. I might have to grab it early. Usually I try and save it for on the way back if I need it.
Flames present a bit of a problem.
But yeah, my lack of Bond, your lack of health is probably a bigger problem right now. I don't know what hit me. Oh, god damn it, that's gonna slow me down a bit. We should be fine. Just keep going down. We're good. I think this will be a little bit slow. Yeah, a little bit slow, but we're through at least. It's fine. We're just 7 seconds is nothing when I'm what 13 minutes and 49 seconds behind the world record. There's 13 minutes to shave. I'm not worried about 8 seconds. Right, our first vehicle mission. No, I wouldn't say this is one of my favourite speedruns. To be honest, there's not a lot that happens in this speedrun. As far as sort of like, you know, speedrun tricks and things like that, there's not much to this speedrun. For the majority of it, it is just play the game fast and well. There are a couple of speedrun tricks, but it is really just a couple. I think I counted 3. There's like one big glitch, and in fact, it's not even I wouldn't call it a glitch. It's an exploit. There's one big skip, and there's 2 tricks. That's kind of it. As I say, the rest of it is play well, know what you're doing, make the correct choices, and to go fast. This isn't. Don't worry, this is not something I'm now going to speedrun long term. I might play some more Bond games though. Because one of the reasons why I'm specifically speedrunning Everything or Nothing is it's the only Bond game that I've ever really played. I played a fair bit of GoldenEye Rogue Agent. It's the only other one I've ever really played, but I never got into any of the others. I'm in the 007 speedrunning Discord because I went in there to look for advice and stuff on this, which to be honest there's not much, because there's not much to this game. But I did go in there looking for advice. I've had a look around, and interestingly at the moment Agent Under Fire is the really popular one. Which is surprising, because I always assumed outside of GoldenEye, I always assumed it would be Nightfire, because I know Nightfire is one of the more popular Bond games. So I say I think this might encourage me to at least give the other ones a go. I know they're very different. The only other Bond game that was kind of like this in this third-person style with this engine is they did a version of From Russia with Love. Where I believe Sean Connery came back to redo the voice. Right, ignore all of them. In fact, we're going to ignore all of them. These are a bit harder to ignore because they're like in my way. That's okay. Switch on my thermal vision. Ready? There we go. So that's through there. Aiming is maddening in Agent Under Fire. I've not seen any of Agent Under Fire. I've seen a little bit of Nightfire. But I've not seen anything of Agent Under Fire. And that's the mission done. It's a very straightforward mission, this one. I think one of the cool things about this game in particular is there's quite a lot of stealth sections, and because of my experience with Metal Gear Solid, I am like well prepared for all of the stealth sections in this, i.e. we just completely ignore the stealth and just run. Like, I'm so used to completely ignoring stealth and just running. Like, I'm really good at that.
Missiles, 007.
Oh, right. Always hold R2. Don't let go of R2. I've said it. I say it every single time. The control scheme for the helicopter is whack. I hate the control scheme for the helicopter. Ideally, you kind of want to. I've taken so much damage already. Ideally, you want to be strafing. As much as possible, because strafing is faster. How have I taken this much damage? Quick, go down. Should be alright. I don't think I'm going to take much. Something still hit me from behind. Oh, what is going on? I'm getting, like, absolutely rinsed from behind.
He's still behind us. Get to the base.
Bond, do not let that helicopter get away.
I think I'll be okay, because there's not... I mean, there's a fire corridor at some point in here, which I will have to be a bit careful of, but, like...
You're a skillful pilot, Mr. Bond, but no match for me.
Ow! I am actually very, very concerned that I'm just going to die. Let's keep firing my flares. Right, we're at the end. We're at the end bit now, anyway. So we just have to destroy this like floating fortress in the middle of Egypt.
The structure is protected by those shield generators. You'll need to deal with them before continuing on with your mission.
That's one.
Excellent, 007, the shield.
For some reason, my first set of missiles didn't connect. Okay, I'm good. I'm through. Then we've got another cutscene yet. And wait for the first lady. There we go. Okay, so yeah, 6 seconds isn't that much. 6 seconds is that much, but it's slowly adding up. But as I said, there's... No, you dumbass. Well, that's a big time loss because this is a cutscene. And for some reason, there is... In all of these like optional cutscenes, there is one little bit of video. Come on, Nick. This... For some reason, you are unable to skip Bond and Q going down the elevator into the lab. It's the only cutscene in the entire game you cannot skip. Everything else is skippable. It's really weird. Nope. And then when you watch a cutscene, it puts you onto... It skips a level as well. Yeah, it's really weird. I don't know if it's because it's not an in-engine cutscene, it's a pre-rendered cutscene, but I don't think that makes a difference either because we skip all of the pre-rendered cutscenes in all of the missions. It's just weird. It's like there was some sort of flag that didn't get set or something.
You must locate Serena Saint-Germain. There may be a clue to her whereabouts.
Well, it's not the first run I've done where I've forgotten about those, and I'm sure it won't be the last. Oh, that's not a very good parking. Oh, not even... That's not very good parking at all. I was amazed by Meryl where you said it's visually appealing. I think that's the one advantage that this game would have for like if I wanted to do it in a marathon or something, is that it looks like a lot of fun and there's a lot going on. It's not a boring game. It's just as far as when it comes to speedrunning, there isn't actually that much speedrunning to it, if that makes sense. So yeah, I don't anticipate this me now being I'm not going to speedrun this forever. I might have a crack at 00 Agent. There's 3 difficulty levels, which is Operative, Agent, and 00 Agent. There are no leaderboards for Agent. The game presumably...
Keep your weapons disengaged.
Don't forget 007, your Q cloak.
Presumably the game wasn't...
Need to find a way past
like
that
isn't considered popular enough to warrant it, and it would just dilute the competition. It's
You need to lose that test.
something the Metal Gear Solid, some of the Metal Gear Solid games could actually learn a thing or two from. You don't need every single category. You need the categories that people are going to run. Oh, bomb. I'm not sure what happened there.
Now we'll never learn.
Anything looks appealing after constant Metal Gear Solid runs. And we're all the way back here, so that's a massive time loss. This is bad. That's because I wasn't concentrating on when to use my Q cloak. I could probably still pull this back because this, as I said, there's loads of time saved later on in the run. But yeah, that's a pretty hefty time loss.
Don't forget 007, your Q cloak.
Where am I going? Right, look at the damn map, Nick. You want to go this way? You want to go this way? And you want to go this way?
You need to find a way past that roadblock.
I think that's there's a couple of times where I'm just not considering the correct route to take at all, and I end up going a really skew-if way.
Bond, you'll need to lose that tail if you're to meet up with Miss Saint Germain.
I'm still not quite sure actually what happened here, because I thought I was in the clear, but apparently not. There we go. Right, got there this time. We're still not done. Now we have the hefty time loss. So now we get back in the car with Serena.
All the police here answer to Diavolo. He controls everything in this town. Go left here!
Did you hear something?
Am I being chased? I am actually being chased.
Straight along this road!
Whoops.
Where did he go?
Crashing into those does slow you down.
Fire! Did you hear a noise?
Ignore the tank.
Look out!
All right, we're good. We're okay. We're okay. As long as I don't mess this up. Loading screen. The game does have some weird loading screens
Left 007, it's your only chance.
where,
Hold on.
like there, we're in the exact. We haven't loaded into a different area or something like that. We're still in the exact same area we were before. But for some reason that required a loading screen. Go on. There we go.
You won't be able to drive up to the front gate.
All right, what's the damage then? What are we looking at? 2 minutes? Oof, 2.5 minutes. Yeah. No, I think there's another cutscene. There we go. Right, on to Vertigo. This is the first tricky level that I had when I was learning. Because it's the first kind of level where there's just lots of guards to try and avoid and oh, I've done that again. I keep doing this with the sleeper dart. Oh, I think there's a setting to adjust. I think there's a setting to adjust like how often you get slowdowns and stuff in the game. Might be something to look into. I'm sure that it seems so familiar. Still not equipping my weapons and stuff with L2. I wish I could turn it off. Oh. And then there's a guy here. So shoot him. And there's a guy who comes down here who he will just kill me if I don't do anything about it. Another funny moment in the James Bond speedrunning in the speedrunning server where I posted on Tuesday that I'd done that I'd finished my first run. I'd finished my first run, and somebody who I have no idea who they are, but I don't share any servers with them, said, "Oh, I didn't expect to see you here." I just said I've just needed a break from Metal Gear, but I'm just I don't know where they expected to see me because they're not in MGSR. So I wasn't quite sure, but that was quite funny.
Uplink installed.
Back to the AK. I actually want the MP5K because I've got plenty of bullets for that. Make sure I grab that armor because otherwise I'm probably gonna die. Because this room, because we skipped like every guard, this room's a little scary. Oh, get out of my way! No! Oh! Ooh. Thank you, Doug Divideum. Oh, well, that reference as well. Oh, the reference, Doug Dim. Those are the actor who voiced Doug Dimmadome died this week. Unfortunately, I can't remember his name. I believe, yeah, I believe for fellow. For fellow Metal Gear fans, he voiced Doctor in Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance. No, ignore everyone. But yeah, it was. I think he had a couple of other fairly apparent credits as well. Yeah, that was quite sad. It's like Zane West, something like that. I'll grab this armor. Get out of my way. I only have 2 bullets left. Could be a problem. Hopefully not. Just aim at that there. Wait for the... Cool. All good. It's something like that's probably not the correct name. It's sad to hear because I think it was only like 50. But that seems to be powerful. I've heard of a few deaths of actors recently who've only been like 50. That is not the weapon I wanted. That's the weapon I wanted. I've really badly set this up. I've been shooting everyone with bloody pistols. I'm going to ignore you. As long as you don't shoot that explosive barrel, I'll be fine. You I can't really ignore. Shoot that, because it's just easier, and also means they can't shoot it. So that hurts. Jim Ward. Oh, it must have been someone. I know there was someone I read recently was died. I mean, 66 still isn't that. It's not that old. Jim Ward. I wasn't even close, was I? Not even close with the name. No, I remember reading there was someone else recently who died and they were only 50. Oh, he was Captain Quark. Yes, that was the other major credit they referenced. The post I read referenced. Yeah, he was Captain Quark in Ratchet and Clank. I was a little slow jumping off the cliff. Yeah, I was. When I say a little slow jumping off the cliff, too slow jumping off the cliff. Okay, don't roll there. Yeah, you have to jump off the cliff straight away if you want to grab her at that point. I don't know if there's anything you did, like. I don't know if not moving so far. I don't like. Do you travel faster if you're going straight? So only trying to make little movements. It doesn't look like it. Now I'll grab her. Okay. Well, that was a bad level. We are massively behind. That mission, the leap of faith there, that is the only mission in the game where you have the option to skip straight to that bit.
Where'd you?
Take us to Jack's.
Every other mission you do from start to finish. For every mission, but for that mission only, you can start that mission straight from that bit. Obviously, we can't do that in the speedrun. You still have to play the whole thing, and you know, when you play the actual mission for the first time in a playthrough, you don't. It's upon replaying the mission, you're allowed to go straight to the leap of faith, which is just really weird. like because no other mission does it. No other mission lets you go, oh, you can start halfway through. Oh, there were two.
I think I'm getting the hang of it.
I do love how this game creates. I know there's the Bond moments, which is stuff to collect. But I do love how this game really does feel like one of the movies come to life. Yeah, a lot of people, when discussing this game or reviewing this game, consider this to be Pierce Brosnan's last movie. Because this came out after Die Another Day. This was the last Bond thing that that Pierce Brosnan worked on. Oh, we're gonna do a circuit. I was too slow. So this is a slowdown. You want to try? You got to. If you can destroy that tank before you get to the turn, you'll turn straight away.
Wait here a moment.
Oh. So this mission is like completely on rails, except for a couple of moments, and I've screwed up both of those moments. My favourite terrible game. I'm not sure if I have a favourite. I can definitely think of a few good. I can definitely think of a few terrible games that I really enjoy. Quite famously, I like Metal Gear Survive. Recognise that it's awful, but I actually quite like Metal Gear Survive. I had a lot of fun playing it and speedrunning it. Metal Gear Survive would have been so much better if it had just been open co-op throughout the whole thing. If it had just been, if they just made the whole game co-op, Metal Gear Survive would have been a lot more fun. The other first bad game that sort of comes to mind is I was going to say remake. It's not a remake. Bionic Commando. So not the original NES version. There was a sequel. It is technically a sequel to Bionic Commando, released for like PS3, Xbox 360. Just called Bionic Commando again, and it's awful. It's really bad. Oh, this has gone wrong again. Sometimes you get this where, like, the cutscene doesn't play, and everything slows down a bit. Oh well. It should be fine. We're not done with this level yet. There is a little bit of a bike section. Only a teeny tiny bike section. But yeah, the game when it was marketed, it looked like it was going to be amazing because it's basically it's Spider-Man. you rappel around the city as though you're Spider-Man, but Spider-Man with guns. The premise looked really good, but it wasn't open world. It was very, very level and quite linear, and just not good. Not good at all. But I really enjoyed it. Oh, and it's got like some of the worst product placement you've ever seen in a video game. The city that you're in, I can't remember what the name of the city is, but the city that you're in is completely destroyed and obliterated. And you end up that was fast. You end up traveling through, like, wandering through completely dilapidated office blocks and buildings. It looks like a nuke has hit the town. Yes, with pristine posters of Pepsi, and also Pepsi vending machines that are completely intact. Pepsi is everywhere, and it's so bad. But yeah, I actually really enjoyed that game. But it's very repetitive, and it has the dumbest plot. The dumbest plot device ever in the game. Probably, I mean, now I've played nearly every Metal Gear game. Metal Gear has some weird plot devices and story beats and stuff like that. Rising Revengeance quite famously had the brains. Which was really, really silly. But this, now I'm not gonna like not say it because I don't want to issue a spoiler. None of you are ever going to play this game, and none of you I can't imagine that many people have even played Bionic Commando to even know what it is. I would highly recommend Bionic Commando Rearmed, which is a remake of the original NES game, and it is very good. Bionic Commando Rearmed 2's not that good. I've never finished it. I started it, but I struggled with it a bit. Yay, still got that. But Bionic Commando Rearmed is very, very good. So I can highly recommend that. But for those who don't know Bionic Commando, oh my god, look where you're going, Nick. For those who don't know Bionic Commando at all, it's you play as the titular Bionic Commando, who is a guy named Nathan Spencer, who has got a bionic arm. Which, if you've ever played Marvel vs. Capcom 3, you'll know that he's got a bionic arm because he regularly tells his enemies. Because yeah, he's a playable fighter in Marvel vs. Capcom 3. And like one of his victory. One of his victory quotes is, "You had no chance against me. I've got a bionic arm." Yeah, it is a lot of fun. Yeah, so he's an army dude. It's essentially you against the Nazis, but they're not. Sometimes it depends which version of the game you're playing. Certainly in Bionic Commando Rearmed, the Bionic Commando second one, the 3D one that I'm talking about. They're not specifically Nazis. But in the original, the final boss is a reincarnated Robo Hitler. It's Hitler as a bit like in Return to Castle Wolfenstein, where the final boss is Hitler. Yeah, the final boss in the original NES version is Hitler as a reincarnated cyborg. It's a weird game. It's a very weird game. But yeah, they kind of drop. They're still very obviously Nazis, but they don't use the term Nazi, and it's all sort of alluded to and stuff like that. And the first game isn't very heavy on story. You're basically going into you're actually going in to rescue another agent who went in before you, and trying to stop stop the bad guys. There's really not much to it, but they try and delve a bit more into the story and the lore and stuff behind it, and Nathan's past and like how he got his bionic arm, because they delve into the fact that his wife was murdered, and then after his wife was murdered, you know, I think he got into an accident or something, and so they gave him his bionic. They developed his bionic arm and all of that. And he went on special missions and stuff for the army or whatever. Whatever it was he did. But it's revealed towards the end of the game that they found that hosts with because Nathan wasn't the only person who they worked with bionics. They found that hosts who had bionics just wouldn't like I want to go this way. Just would not correctly like connect with their like it. Oh, what? Wow, what? Once. Oh, all the way back here. These checkpoints are gruesome. Yeah, they won't like symbiote. Like they won't. I don't know, merge, synergize with their bionics. And they found that the bionics needed a core, essentially a bionic soul. It needed some sort of core that the host could connect with on a more sort of spiritual level, almost, to feel at ease and actually get the two to work in some symbiosis. And it's revealed that the army or his commanding unit or whether the group that built his bionic arm and gave it to him murdered his wife and put his wife's soul energy something ashes, I don't know, I can't remember exactly what they actually suggest it is, but basically his wife's essence became the core for his bionic arm so that he could actually use it, and they murdered his wife for it. So yeah, in Bionic Commando, his arm is his wife. It is the dumbest plot point of any video game I have ever, because there's absolutely no need. There's nothing in like the original NES game or Bionic Commando Rearmed, anything that even like they went off piste with the story for the I'm just gonna call it Bionic Commando 2016, like, you know, like it's bloody Sonic the Hedgehog.
I want the full treatment.
Yeah, it's to be fair, it's not that dissimilar an idea to kind of what they did a little bit with, but even that made a bit more sense. Yeah, it is the dumbest plot, because, and as I say, it's because it comes out of nowhere. You suddenly learn that, oh, all this time your arm has been your wife. It's so dumb. Smashy, smashy. Oh, I only hit one guy with that. I'm just going to ignore you. Oh. There we go. Not a great mission, but we're good. It's so dumb. The game, it's worth giving it a go, but it's not good. So I think I do own a copy. I'm pretty sure I've got the PS3 copy. I'll have to have a look at my games in a little bit and see.
Be careful of the lightning. It can reveal your position.
Oh, I'm in trouble. Oh! The guy who bloody action rolls and then absolutely bodies me. Okay, I'm all right for a second. Okay, I will grab that armor on the way back. Oh, because I am... Oh, I've got 1 bullet for this. Oh, not the shotgun again. Shotgun, guys, please. Have mercy. Oh, I am low. Oh, and there's still loads of guards here. Oh, I'm okay. I'm okay. Ho, 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 ho. I'm bloody cutting it close with some of these. We're not done yet. We've got a boss in this level as well. I'm down here.
Enjoy the ride, little songbird. You were a wonderful number.
Perhaps it's time Mr. LaRouge tasted some of
I don't... Oh shit, I think I've just turned it back on.
Hold on.
I don't seem to have a choice.
Where is he?
You're on a losing streak.
Oh, he's not going near any of the... He's not going near any of the explosives. This sucks a little bit. Now he did. Ugh, it's not having a good time. There is a time save on this level. I had to use 2 remote control cars in my previous level. I'm probably getting to the point where I'm like, okay, I probably can't pull this back now. There was a lot of time lost later on, but yeah, this has been pretty bad. But that's all right. We'll do a couple of runs of this tonight.
007, we've detected an explosive device on that limousine. It appears to be triggered by speed. Agent Starling should be able to defuse it, but in the meantime...
It's speed. If the limousine's speed goes under a certain speed, then everyone will die. I think it was called the bus that couldn't slow down.
The bomb has been defused, 007.
Oh, that's good time. That's a good time. No, they do look a little weird. The emulation's not perfect. Although I don't know how much of that is the emulation and how much of that is just the game. I probably will try and pick up a copy of this so I could do an actual hardware run. I think that'd be a lot of fun. Oh, go Bond, go!
Return to his compound and destroy it.
Oh, I pushed R1 there. I don't know what R1 does, but apparently nothing. Yeah, I would like to do a hardware run of this game. I mean, I've got the PS2 version, but from my understanding, the PS2 version is not great for speedrunning. In fact, the only reason, in fact, it's actually the fastest. The PS2, it's not on PC. There is no PC version of this game. The PS2 version is actually the fastest version of the game. However, that is only if you're running it on a backwards compatible PS3, because loading times are much better.
Did that guy ever come back?
Right, so this is where the time save is compared to my PB. Actually destroying that. I don't think I leapt off the edge this time. No, I didn't. Outside of that, the GameCube version is considered the better version. And I understand from the advice on speedrun.com, the vehicle controls on the PS2 version are awful. And the handling's really bad. A lot of the runs on the leaderboard, because I think there's actually only one run on the leaderboard that's emulator. Most of the runs on the board are actually on hardware. Xbox tends to be the favoured one, because I think with the Xbox version, you can either install some of it to the hard drive, or you can run the whole thing off the hard drive. So loading times are slightly better. I do not own an original Xbox, so I wouldn't know. And it's not like there's a unless I check. I can't imagine. No, this is a GameCube. This is running on Dolphin, the GameCube emulator. Oh, nice. 11 second. I got at least I've done something good this run. I never owned an original Xbox, so I don't actually know the exact sort of capabilities when it comes to like hard drive and stuff like that. Oh, that was a lot of damage. I do own an Xbox 360. And I do own an Xbox Series S. I have no idea whether this game was ever released digitally on the Xbox. Even if it was, it's probably not available for purchase anymore anyway. To be honest, I very much doubt it was. Nice, that was pretty good. It does look, I mean, it is upscale. I am upscaling it. Yeah, I'm not running it at native resolution. I am running it. Oh, times 7 that one as well. I unlike Twin Snakes, I'm also running this on the latest version of Dolphin, because on 5.0 it doesn't run very well. There's a lot more errors on 5.0, so I haven't been running it on 5.0. For those who know, when you speedrun Twin Snakes, Dolphin 5.0 is the preferred version because because updates after 5.0 had loading times that matched the original console. So they updated the loading time so that it better matched original hardware. 5.0 didn't, so 5.0 loads slightly faster. And because so many runs were done on 5.0, because people were speedrunning it back then. There's runs on the leaderboard that are that old that they can't remove it. Basically, if they now try, if Twin Snakes leaderboard now tried to enforce running on only the latest, you'd have a load of legacy runs that either you'd have to remove completely, or could just never be beaten. I do need to kill all the guards here, because this is our first speedrun trick. This mission actually contains a speedrun trick. Yeah, I can't imagine. Thankfully, I am not playing it on a GameCube controller, because I've never understood what the fascination with the GameCube controller and why it, like, I understand the face buttons. I completely understand why people love the face buttons and the fact that the A button is massive. That does make sense. I do think it works, but the analog sticks are awful. It does feel, I will agree, it does feel good in hand. Oh, I forgot to split. I think that would have been a gold split, actually. I will certainly agree that it is fantastic for Smash Brothers. I genuinely think that GameCube control was designed for Smash Brothers, and that's it. But the analog sticks are awkward. The thing with this game, which I've never really encountered before with the analog sticks, is, of course, the GameCube analog sticks like have notches. They're not perfect circles. They have like notches in them, so that you're kind of forced to go like directly up. And in this game, if the analog stick is not perfectly up, like the exact position, then Bond doesn't run at full speed. Bond will only run at full speed if you are holding, if the analog stick is being held at 0 degrees, if you are slightly off, I don't know what degree of error there is, but if you are off, Bond slows down. Thankfully, and this is another reason for running on the latest version of Dolphin and not 5.0. In later versions of Dolphin, they introduced being able to emulate notches. So basically, I have a certain degree of error where my analog stick is held that will force it into the 0 degree position. So basically, my analog stick isn't a full 360 degrees. There's areas where it is like 8 positions and a little bit of wiggle room in between. Yeah, it's no. There's a comparison video showing the GameCube version, the Xbox version, where the Xbox version Bond is running slower because presumably whoever was that was bad, because presumably whoever was doing it wasn't holding the analog stick perfectly forwards. Right, well, this is going to be a slowdown because I've had some oh my god, Nick. I haven't changed to the flamethrower. I decided to do the action slide.
Only 4 miles left. Hurry, 007.
Oh, I wanted to get in front of him and go round. This is bad. This is the worst version of this level I've had in ages. But hopefully that's it. Yeah, we're done. Ugh. Really bad mission. Right, there's a cutscene after this. I don't understand that statement, Meryl. I cannot fathom, absolutely cannot fathom anyone who loves the GameCube controller. GameCube controller, who loves the N64 controller. It is a complete mystery to me why. I haven't tried this yet, but I did consider. This is failed. Oh, it's not. Okay, well that's a time save because I got it right first try. I think that's the first time in a run I've got that done first try. You get a game over if you get discovered and the alarm goes off. And I think in my PB that took me like 5 attempts. Obviously it's a really short level. As you saw, that level is over in an instant. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter that we're restarting over and over again. There's other things you can do, but I think just shooting that guy on the left, the run that I watched the 2nd place run to learn this because that run was from only 4 months ago, whereas the world record run was from like 4 or 5 years ago. So I figured if anything's been found since then, it'll be in the 2nd place run. And in the 2nd place run, they like use the nano suit and like keep ducking to like keep the nano suit going. And I was like, I'm pretty sure I've done this mission without using the nano suit and just running, and it worked. So I did it, and it worked first try. And then came to do it in runs, and I just kept getting found. Anyway, going back to what we're talking about. Yeah, I don't. Sorry, Mara. I cannot fathom how anyone liked the Nintendo 64 controller. It is a complete mystery to me why the Nintendo 64 controller is so beloved. Because, I mean, just look at it. Why is the analog stick in the middle? How do you hold that thing? I've never owned, as you can probably guess, I've never owned an N64, but I did have a Gun Boy. It's the shopping centre shopping centre near my parents' house where I used to live when I was a teenager. They had stalls in the middle of the shopping centre. That just these kind of stalls that, oh shit, that car is always there on the second lap. I should really prepare for it better. They had like pop-up stalls that had come along. They'd have loads and loads of stock or something. They'd sell it out, and then that was it. The store was gone forever. And there was one stall that popped up. It was there for ages. That was selling these knockoff game consoles. It was a plug and play. It's a controller you plug directly into your TV. It's got a load of old games on it, and the controller was styled after a Nintendo 64 controller. But with a light gun on it as well. And the only among the whole collection of games that were on it, the only game that supported the light gun was Duck Hunt. Duck Hunt was on it and was the only. So they had this controller that had a light gun on it, and only had one game where the light gun was actually of any use, which is really weird. It just had a load of old like arcade NES. I had original Street Fighter on it, and it had a football game on it, and it had the NES baseball game. So they were mostly NES, and I think there might have been a couple of Sega games. I don't know. It was knockoff cheap bullshit. But that's the only experience I've ever had with the Nintendo 64 controller. Really, I mean, like I've probably picked up a Nintendo 64 controller at a game expo or something like that, you know. Lost a little bit of time on. It's something that's been popping up lately on my timeline all over the place. Like on Facebook mainly, is these like all-in-one handheld game consoles seem to be all the rage again at the moment. Ow! Bitch.
Bond, we know Serena hasn't left the
Cool. There we go. That's probably the fastest level in the game. It's either that or a simple exchange. I'm not sure which one. Yeah, I don't get that. I don't understand them. So, you know, these ones where it either looks like a Game Boy, it looks like a Game Boy Advance, and it's got like 10,000 games in it. It's got Mario, it's got Crash Bandicoot in it. They show it's got all the Pokemon games and stuff like that. And I'm just like, how are you getting away with this? I'm seeing adverts for it all over Facebook, YouTube, and stuff, because of course the algorithm has picked it up for me, and I just don't understand how these companies aren't getting sued into oblivion. James Bear. Like Nintendo, like I can understand like maybe Sony and Sega being slow off the bat, but Nintendo are usually on it with these kind of things. I just don't get it. I mean, don't get me wrong, they look great, you know, and apparently it's got great reviews. But yeah, I mean, I'd never buy one because I've got a mobile phone. I've got an Android mobile phone. You know how many games I can play on that? Now, of course, the advantage of these consoles is they've got all of the games already downloaded and installed. You don't have to do that. But I don't understand how these companies get away with it. I finally played on a PlayStation Classic for the first time. As I've said before, an Albion Speedrun Collective, which I've now founded. We've got our first event at Manchester Anime and Gaming Con in April, and to discuss the idea of doing that with the organisers, I went to London Anime and Gaming Con last August. In fact, I'm going. I should be. I haven't organised it yet, but I should be going to the next London Anime and Gaming Con in February, because I'm actually going to go and work there as part of the volunteer team, so that I can get a better idea of how it actually runs. You know, from from a staff perspective, and so I get a better idea of all of that, which is really cool idea. I think they said they'll pay for my lunch, which is nice of them. Don't think they'll pay for my hotel room, but lunch is good. Lunch is good. I'll take lunch. It's all it's all volunteer based and that kind of thing. And I'm doing it so that I can then have my own speedrun marathon there. I think I probably owe them a little bit. Anyway, that's beside the point. And so whilst I was at the London one in August, I finally got to sit down with. They have a big gaming section, and they had a PlayStation Classic there. And I tried to do a speedrun of Metal Gear Solid 1. If you're on my Discord server, I shared photos of me trying to do a Metal Gear Solid 1 speed. I think I didn't have enough I have enough grenades. I think I didn't pick up enough grenades to kill Raven. So anyone who picked up the game after me would have just seen that Snake was at Raven with no equipment whatsoever and no possible way of defeating him. So yeah, unfortunately the speedrun died. But oh my god, it was appallingly bad. It was such a bad experience. No, Bond, I didn't want you aim at that. Ha! I picked up his MP5K. That might be another one where... That'll do. Oh, I'm really slow. This bit's a bit that I'm really slow at. It was so bad. For a start, it doesn't. Oh, I didn't destroy both. Oh, fudge. Oh, I'm just gonna have to drop right down, aren't I? There we go. For a start, it ran at 50 frames per second, not 60. So using... I don't know whether that's because it was using European ROMs or just like it was based on European hardware. I have no idea what it was. But yeah, it doesn't run at 60 frames per second. Which, as a kid, that would have been fine because I only played Metal Gear Solid 1 at 50 frames per second, but as a speedrunner who's been doing this shit for 5 years now, sorry, I know the difference. And yeah, not a pleasant experience at all. There was input lag, so that was clunky. Let's go. Push the button and then take care of these guys. This hasn't been a very good level either. It's a massive delay shooting those two units. Those are moments where I really do need to use Bond vision, Bond sense. Bond sense does help with aiming. 50 hertz wrongs, but displays them at 60 hertz. That sounds about right. It is like, I remember reading the reviews and hearing how bad it was. I was like, surely it can't be that bad. And I played on one for 20 minutes. And I was like, yep, I completely get why everyone thinks this is a piece of garbage. Because it's terrible.
You must arrive before Diavolo's forces descend upon Red Square, Bond. There might be a shortcut beyond that wall.
And it's companies being lazy and things like this being developed by people who don't know what they're doing. Because clearly nobody who worked on the PlayStation Classic had any idea how it needed to be made. No idea about frame rate and shit like that.
been armed. Evacuating now.
There are subterranean vents that lead into the Kremlin, Bond.
Alright, from my previous runs, it seemed like going and taking out the support structures was slower, so I'm not going to do it this time.
There's the source, 007. The nano shells should do the trick here.
So we're gonna go back to going and killing the tanks manually rather than
It appears Diavolo
the other way.
used brute force to
I imagine for like double O agent, it's probably better to do it the other way because those tanks will be a lot harder to take out. But we'll see how much time. See whether this saves any time. Not using the nano shells on the underground pillars. I have no idea if I actually took that out, but we don't need to.
We're under attack. Send backup.
Oh, that was a terrible shot.
For Mother Russia.
All we have to do is take out these 4 tanks.
Attack.
Oh, I'm shooting the floor. No, I was shooting the floor in front of it. Well, now we'll never know. Oh, and it's a complete restart of the whole mission.
Bond, Diavolo plans to
Because I was shooting the floor instead of the
must get your forces
tank.
to Red Square, find the source of the gas and neutralize it. You must arrive before Diavolo's forces descend upon Red Square, Bond. There might be a shortcut beyond that wall.
The aim on any vehicle whilst in a the aim on any weapon whilst in a vehicle is very light. Is something I'm still okay. Just don't kill any of those. But luckily they didn't seem to care. So.
Move the bomb into position.
Yeah, it's not the easiest thing to aim. Alright, so talk about some other games whilst I realise you asked me earlier about like whether I have a favourite terrible game, and I only actually came up with 2 examples and just went off on one about Bionic Commando. I'm trying to think of any more. Anyone else? I'll tell you what I told you on the phone yesterday. Fuck you.
Poisonous gas. Get down there and eliminate the source.
Oh, hi, Flem.
There's the source.
I haven't swapped to my nano shells quickly enough. For those rival great for those who don't know, this is my brother.
You must find a way to
It's
solve
not
this
an
gas
imposter.
that wall.
That is little babby green. He's not a little babby. He's 19 months younger than I am. Who joined the stream on Tuesday, and the only words he said were "Ha, you died," because I died at one point, and then I chatted to him on the phone yesterday about it, and said "fuck you" because he's right. Let's not die to these tanks again.
Send backup.
It's probably not a good thing that I haven't done a very good job of taking out the tanks on the way to this. I'm gonna die again. One hit. Oh, I got the bad genes. Oh my god, we're doing this mission for a 3rd time. He's gonna say it again now.
Bond,
Never seen another green. Funny, I've seen quite a few in my lifetime.
his forces to Red Square. Find the source of the gas
Though not that many. The green side of my family is not very big.
Diavolo's forces descend upon Red Square, Bond. There might be a shortcut beyond that wall.
Immediate family was 4. So mum, dad, and brother, obviously. And me, obviously. Right, that's it. I'm going back. I'm going back to taking out the support structures. This is bullshit. I can't believe that this mission's not difficult. I'm screwing up this. I am 7.5 minutes behind PB. Clash, I have to pay to watch this. Nobody has to pay. Hey, you've got Amazon Prime. Throw me a sub, you bitch. You get a free sub. Throw it my way. I can see the icon next to your name. Stop holding out on me. So he's liquid and I'm solid. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna go with that.
There's the source, 007. The nano shells should do the trick here.
It appears Diavolo is planning to use
Thankfully there wasn't a Solidus.
find a way to stop those tanks from breaking through that wall.
Apparently there was always a plan. Apparently the original plan was there was going to be a Solidus. There was going to be a third one. But after my parents had me and then Johnny, they were like, nah, we're going to stick at 2. 2's enough. We don't really want a third one. I think part of it was at that point they were like, do we risk a third boy? I still haven't taken out the support structures.
We're under attack. Send backup. Mother Russia. We're under attack.
Right, that should be it.
Bond, we've traced
Yay! I finally did it.
underground.
No idea what the fuck I'm talking about. Well, I know you don't get the Solidus reference, but well, Mum and Dad always said that they wanted to have 3 children, and then after they had you, you're the younger one. They decided, nah, 2's enough.
Know anything about an underground base in the Kremlin?
We're working on it, 007.
I will say that sentiment does not come from Johnny alone. That is a sentiment that after having both of us, or having the 2 of us, they were like, no, actually, 2's enough. Heidi, on the other hand, is the youngest of 3. And actually, Heidi is the exact situation. That exact situation. Should be fine. Oh, I've only got 3 bits of ammo, so. Oh. Okay, that was better. That's a better dangerous descent than I've had in a long time. Although I think I've still got the Jaws fight yet.
Aim for his backpack, 007.
Oh, she probably should have. That was a better Jaws fight. I only got blasted once. Johnny. Then in Britain there is a very old nursery rhyme called Ding Dong Bell Pussies in the Well, which is the nursery rhyme is exactly what it sounds like. It's about a cat being put in a well. And the line is, ding dong bell, pussies in the well, who threw her in? Little Johnny Green. I only found this out recently because Alex has got a big book of nursery rhymes, and I knew of the nursery rhyme, but I couldn't remember it. And yeah, I was reading it again for the first time. Reading it again after so long. And yeah, read the lines. Who put her in Little Johnny Green? I immediately messaged Johnny and said, "What the fuck did you put the cat in a well?" Dick. I took a hell of a lot of damage there. I'm a little bit worried because there's no armor in here. And there's some guys on the other side of this door who are just going to blast me. Okay, I'm good. Look at my health. Or lack of it. Yeah, what a dick. Threw a cat in a well and then wrote a song about it. Nearly done 2 levels ago, and this is the one level with the massive skip in it. Ow. Ow. This is the only time in the game that we ever really need to counter, and I'm really bad at countering. So I'll just throw him instead. Oh, probably should have...
That was lucky, but you still haven't won. Katya, kill.
No, Bond. Oh my god.
If you could shoot those sentry guns with your net,
I know. He
be
won't.
able to control the guns.
Someone target him! He's up there!
There we go. Right, so you shoot that until those guards come out over there. I'm probably going to die here because there's no armor anywhere. That's better. Right, I'm off to a better start now. That's right. This is a much better start. Right, someone get to here. I missed the network tap.
Running out of time, Bond. You're too late to stop me.
Someone target
Shoot. Come out.
He's up there! Get him!
Shoot again. Come out. I think all you got to do is get into that whilst waiting for these guards to come over here. Then we want to shoot one of them, and then that guard there is going to keep this door open. And because this door stays open, we can hit the trigger. We can hit the trigger to get to the other side of it. Oh, apparently that was still a time save. Oh, that's because the mission's not over yet. Because, oh yeah, we still got this piece of shit.
This is where you die. You first.
So this boss fight is awful because the hitbox here is just horrendous.
The loss is all yours, Katya.
There we go. I actually swapped to my pistol because it only had one little bit of health left. So it was easier. As you can see, it's just because we're on a moving platform, trying to aim with this is just awful. You can see I'm just not hitting it at all.
That bomb's armed with a nanotech payload.
Enough damage and detonate.
Right, need more of these. I need him to, like, face up so that I can actually hit the bomb. Oh my... Oh, blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Please, can I have a turn? I'm gonna die. I don't know if there's any armor. Oh, there is. I'm okay. Yay, there we go. Terrible, terrible fight. This has not been a very good run. Not gonna lie. Final mission, everything or nothing. Casually, this is one of the longest levels in the game. I cannot wait to give this a go on 00 Agent. The main thing with this mission is to just try and go so quickly then eventually you get to a point where the guards stop spawning. Essentially. Oh, I don't think I actually killed anyone with that. I should be okay here. There is... If I go this way, there's armor, so I don't need to worry about going a different way. Oh dear. I'm okay, I'm okay. There is more armor. Please don't kill me. There's armor in here, so I'm going to grab it. Though we should now be good, because this is the point that I made. Like, we've skipped so many guards and sort of ran over here so quickly that I think there should be guards in here, but like the game can't spawn them because there's still so many other objects. I think. I don't know. I could be making this could be complete bullshit. I'm just making up. I don't know. I don't know why I'm getting ready to split, because we now got the final boss. Get ready to say folks, get ready to say hello and then goodbye to the final boss. This is Willem Dafoe. Willem Dafoe, the final boss of the game. Ready, and he's dead. Now all we got to do is destroy that nuclear missile. And time is the moment the cutscene starts. 3 missiles. Time. 1:22:51. How terrible. 9 minutes behind Tuesday's PB. PB! At least I got some gold splits in there. My sum of best is now under 110. And that is my next big goal. If I could get under 110, that would be really good to submit to the leaderboards. I love this version of this song. It's so good. It's so naughty. It's great. As I said before, speedrunning this has given me like an inkling to. I don't know whether I'll play them on stream. As people will know, I've been talking about it on talking about Discord. I've been talking about this on the stream. I'm trying to find more games to play on my phone. I have a 45-minute commute by train twice a week, so 45 minutes there and 45 minutes back. So I'm finding things to play on my phone. I've got a Samsung Galaxy Ultra S24 Ultra, so last year's Ultra. So it's very capable. It emulates games very well. I'm currently playing through Metroid Prime for the first time ever. Update on that playthrough for anyone who's interested. I have attempted to fight Metroid Prime once. So far I have tried once. I got to what I believe is its final phase and died with it having 1/3 of its health left. So I was so damn close. But I can't just tank everything. I need to actually start trying to dodge some more of its damage. So yeah, I believe I am very, very close to finally beating Metroid Prime. So the next game that I might actually, I was going to say the next game I was planning on playing, because I've already installed it, is Red Dead Redemption, because Red Dead Redemption has just had an Android release, and it's free because it's on Netflix. And so I have Netflix, so I can play it. If I ever got a chance to play Metroid Dread, I'd give it a go because it does look good. I'll be honest, I don't think I'm going to play another Metroid Prime. Metroid Prime 1 Just don't play on dread mode. I quite like Metroidvanias. I played both Hollow Knights. I only played to the first ending of Silksong. I have not touched anymore, and I can't now because it was on Xbox Live, Xbox Game Pass, and I don't have Game Pass anymore. So I played both Silksongs. I played Blasphemous 1. I never played the DLC for Blasphemous 1, and I haven't played Blasphemous 2. But I would like to give Metroid Dread a go. I also wouldn't mind giving Prince of Persia Lost Crown a go. I featured that on Fast Travel a few weeks ago for the French episode, and that was really good. It looked like a really fun speedrun. I'm trying to think of any other Metroid. I'm sure I've played more Metroidvanias than just those. But I do think Metroid Prime is the first time I've played a Metroidvania that was 3D. I don't feel like they translate quite as well into 3D because just the backtracking in a 2D Metroidvania doesn't feel so bad, because the other Metroidvanias that Silksong and Hollow Knight are great examples. There's a lot of fast travel. There's so many easy ways of getting around the map once you've unlocked stuff. Metroid Prime is a slog. I've never actually played a Castlevania. I should. I've also got Bloodstained, but I've never played it. Yeah, it is a slog backtracking through Prime. You know, now that I know where a lot of the stuff is, like, there's so many. I think by the time I'd beaten the Prime, is it called the Prime Elite? Whatever the boss before the artifact hunt, the boss that then gives you the Phazon suit. I think it's called the Prime Elite, or Elite Prime, or Elite Pirate. Oh, it might be the Elite Pirate. I can't remember. Elite Space Pirate. Omega Pirate. Thank you, Cosmic. The Omega Pirate. Beating the Omega Pirate. And now, by the time I beat the Omega Pirate, I'd only collected 2 artifacts. The way the artifacts were presented, I was kind of expecting that every so often throughout the game, we would pick up another. I thought they were going to, like, part of the main story and built in. Like, I'd beat a significant boss and be rewarded with an artifact. No, the artifacts are completely scattered across the entire game, and you have to go and find them. They are not specifically part of the story. They are part of the story, but they are not along the route. I think the very first one is, but the other 11 are not along the route at all. You have to go out of your way. Now that I know where some of them are, it would probably be easier on a second playthrough. Like, for example, when you first beat the Omega Pirate, the first thing you should do is backtrack about 2 rooms backwards, because you've now got the Phazon suit, and get the artifact that's under there. That was actually the last artifact I collected. That was the second to last artifact I collected. Oh, crikey. I didn't know that. Well, I've already got all the artifacts. I beat... Meta Ridley was fine. I had no problem with Meta Ridley because I don't know how many health upgrades there are in the game, but you've got your health bar and then you've got the individual dots above it. I think I've got space for maybe 1 or 2 more dots above to fully fill the bar. So I believe I've probably got all but 1 life upgrade. So I am a tanky bitch. And I've got, I think, 160 missiles. I'm assuming if you got every single missile expansion in the game, you'd have 200. Makes sense that it'd be 200. Or maybe 180. I definitely haven't got them all. But yeah, just the backtracking, like, when I then learned that I still had to go out of my way and go to all these, and I used a guide. I went straight to the internet. IGN had a guide that explained exactly where they all were. The thing I didn't do with the guides, unless I really got stuck, and I think I only really got stuck on 1, which was the control tower in Fernandra Drifts. But for the most part, I just learnt which room they were in, and I went to that room and worked it out. It was only if I really got stuck that I then went back to the car. I was like, okay, what have I actually got to do? So the one in Fernando Drifts that I just couldn't figure out is destroy these boxes in one of the towers, and then when you look out the window, you can see that there's a like something to blow up, and that was the only one I really struggled with, I think. But backtracking through 3D space to get to all of those was such a slog. I did like halfway through, like probably about halfway through playing the game. I was like, I wonder what the speed run's like for this, and you know, the speed run's like an hour and 10 minutes because there's a lot of sequence breaking. To the best of my knowledge, the main sort of sequence break early on comes from using the double bomb jump. It's actually a mechanic in the game. There are certain occasions where you need to do a double bomb jump. Whilst you're in the ball, drop a bomb. I'm playing the OG. I'm playing it on a GameCube emulator on my phone. You drop a bomb, then just before it propels you up in the air, you drop another bomb because they're on a timer, and then as you're in the air, drop a third bomb because you can drop 3 bombs. So you basically bounce up, drop another one, you then bounce off the second one, and then bounce off the third one. And apparently, early on, there's some sequence breakings with that. From the look of the speedrun, you are constantly strafing. Because that's apparently faster. It looks like a very, very high skill speedrun, which if it was a game that I knew very, very well and had played loads, I'd probably be into that, but no. I've played it once. I don't want to play it again. I'm very, very glad. I'm very glad that I've played it, because it is a game and a series that I just haven't ever had the opportunity to really look at properly. But I am going to be glad that it's over. I'd be interested in just having a quick go at Metroid Prime 2 just to see what improvements are made, because I don't think Metroid Prime 1 has aged very well. I would hope that there were some pretty big overhauls when it came to the remaster, because there's so much in that game that just doesn't hold up to today's standards. I think that the biggest complaint that I've got is that the fact that you can't aim and move at the same time. And the biggest reason why that's a complaint for me is platforming, very, very specifically jump platforming. When you are trying to jump to a moving platform, you can fall off, is so difficult to do because you can't look down whilst you're jumping. I would be very interested to know what those control changes are, because I say it's if you've played Time Splitters or GoldenEye. If we're gonna let's go with the Bond theme as we're here. Play the original GoldenEye. It's that kind of control scheme where you can aim left and right and you move forwards and backwards. But if you want to aim, have a bit more freedom with your aim, you have to hold a button and then aim like that. It's not the right. You don't use the right analog stick to aim. Use the left analog stick to aim. The right analog stick gives you access to the different weapons that you have. A dual stick setup is what I was expecting. If the remaster's got a dual stick setup, I imagine that's a much more comfortable way of playing. Yeah, I'd at least be interested to play Prime 2 just to see what sort of improvements they made, but I don't think I'd want to play through it. I will stick it out. I will beat Metroid Prime, and I don't mind being spoiled here. I'm assuming defeating Metroid Prime is the end of the game. Like, surely there can't be anything else, unless I wanted to go back and find every missile upgrade and every life upgrade and every plasma bomb upgrade. Was it the really big power bombs called plasma bombs? I think they are. So I might play Red Dead Redemption because I've got it. It's free. That's a good idea. But I am tempted to give some of the other Bond games a go. Like I think if I was to go on to any other one next, it'd be Nightfire. I don't think I'd want to play through them all on stream. because I did it with this one, and obviously we've got a lot of other speed runs and stuff that I want to do. So I might give Nightfire a go. Have a look at the speed run just to see which version of the game is recommended. Because I can play PS2. I don't know if I can play Xbox on my. I don't know what Xbox emulators are like. But yeah, that's sort of where I am with that. All right, we're going to take a short break, mainly because I could do the pee. When we come back, we're going to do another run and hope that it's a heck of a lot better than the garbage run I just had. But before we go, I will mention one more time just for anyone who wasn't here earlier when I first said it, because I said on my Discord server that I had an announcement today. I have already made the announcement. It's not a very big thing, so I don't mind saying it again. But as of today, I have been made co-lead for tech for Preventathon, which is a really nice step up. So I've been since February this year. I've been staff for Preventathon in the tech team, but as of today, I've been made co-lead alongside Cubs, who Cubs was the lead from the most recent event. The previous lead stepped down from the lead role, and Cubs got elevated, and now I've been made co-lead. Thanks. Thanks, Meryl. I was a little naughty. Because I'm now lead, I have access to the lead channels. So I was able to see some of the conversation that was had around me joining staff in the first place. They were very nice about it, but they did talk about Pixel Perfect and the fact that the fact that there was a bit of fallout with me leaving, but clearly there wasn't enough. I mean, I say it's a bit naughty, but like I have access to that channel now, so I was curious. I wanted to know what they talked about. So yeah, it was yeah. I wouldn't say naughty. It was a bit cheeky. It was a bit cheeky to go and have a look. But I think. Knowing the history I've had with both Pixel Perfect and MGSR, I do very much appreciate the fact that they were aware of these things and they took that into account and was like, no, we still think Nick's the best choice for this, and now I've been made co-lead, so clearly I'm doing something right. So as much as we joke, stick it in your pipe and smoke it Pixel Perfect, I've always said, I will reiterate again, I would not. I would not be in the position I am in right now without Pixel Perfect. I owe Pixel Perfect, I owe Lighty and Jasper a heck of a lot. I just wish Jasper had treated me a bit better at the end, and then I wouldn't have blown up the way I did. I say blow up. I put out one post saying, this is shit, I'm being forced to resign because someone doesn't like that I don't like the way they talk to me. But now I'm co-lead since leaving Pixel Perfect. I am now co-lead for tech for co-lead for tech for Preventathon. I have my own live UK speedrunning marathon coming up, which I am the founder and lead organizer on, and I am a showrunner for GDQ Hotfix. I can't complain. I'm loving it. I am loving my time with all of these speedrun events. The speedruns that I'm doing are shy. I'm doing so badly with my actual speedrunning, but I'm having so much fun. And you know, when it comes to GDQ Hotfix, I'm also getting paid for it. That's a big bonus. I get paid to do this shit now. Anyway, we're gonna take a break. When we come back, we'll do another run of this. I might take off a layer and be a little more casual. I'll see you all in whilst we're at the break. Anyway, anyone who is actively chatting, we talked earlier about bad games that you really enjoy. I want to hear yours. Tell me in chat some of your favorite bad games that you love to keep going back and playing even though they're terrible. Can anyone come up with anything better than Metal Gear Survive or Bionic Commando? I'll see you after the break. Alrighty, welcome back, folks. Let's give this another crack, and hope there's a little bit better than the previous attempt. I've also loosened up a bit now, so hopefully. Hopefully we're good. I've gone for the old pull the tie down, open the top button. This look doesn't really work with a fat tie. It works with a thin tie. I used to wear a lot of thin tie. This used to be how I used to go out when I would go out clubbing. I'd have a shirt, a nicer shirt than this. I'd have a shirt on, top button, and I'd have a thin tie where the knot was sort of part way down. It does work better with thin ties. It doesn't really work with fat ties. I've got a couple of really nice thin ties. All right, let's not waste any time. White shirt and red tie with a little red dot on the pocket. All right, let's do this in 3, 2, 1, go. Start. Here we go again. Start. Alright, so I'm probably going to try and concentrate just a little bit more. Let's go over to here. Start mashing. Oh.
Get to that briefcase, Bond. Find a rocket launcher.
Oh! Oh, he's not dead. I'm still connected. That was a bit awkward. There we go. Well, it's pretty cool. I have no idea who that is. Really sorry. All right, first mission. Once again, 6 seconds behind PB, like I was. First one. Oh, okay, cool. That is pretty cool. I might not know who that is, but that does sound pretty cool. Oh, that guy just punched me. All right, throw this guy. Oh, cool. And expertly dispatched. There's the what I can do that counter.
If you look up, Bond, you may find a good spot to use the rappel. Excellent. Now simply run towards the
I'm almost certainly I'll have heard of something. I'll have a look. I'll have a look after this. Oh, this way.
Keep moving.
This way.
Rappel off that ledge.
Off the left side this time. That's better. And then off the right side on this side. You met Ian Beale from EastEnders. Adam. I know the actor's name is Adam something. Because quite famously in one what was Bond connecting to there? Quite famously, there's one live episode of EastEnders they did where one of the other actresses in the scene accidentally called Ian Adam. And it was live, so they couldn't do anything about it. Everyone just kind of looked a little bit dumbfounded and then carried on. That's the only reason I know that his name is Adam. My mom used to watch a lot of EastEnders, so back then when I was a teenager, I saw a bit of EastEnders. And detonate. Oh wow, the detonation came late there.
Well done. You've completed your objectives. Now get out of there.
Alright, lost another few seconds. No, don't save, idiot. No, and I'm playing it on agent difficulty. I don't know if that makes a difference. I'm tempted to reset. I don't know if I have... I don't know if the speedrun rules say I have to play on... I don't think you can... No. Do we just reset that? We're only 4 minutes in. See how we get. See how I get on.
You must construct
oh, hey, Jen.
additional pylons. Pylons.
All right. Well, there's time. Stupid time losses. It's making silly. It's silly. Not even like in-game mistakes. I'm making menu mistakes.
Pylons.
Thanks, Lamero. I love that clip. Is actually from a Twitch clip and YouTube short. It's I was doing a stream where I was playing GTA Online with some mates and I was streaming it. It was a drug running mission where I was having to fly a plane really low and there were some pylons in the way. And all my mates at the time were on Discord as well, so you can just hear them all laughing at me. Great clip. Alright, there is a... Out of my way! Got the armor. Oh! I really wanted to kill the guy with the rocket launcher. But apparently not. This is not hard mode. This is operative. This is the easiest difficulty. Because it skips. Operative immediately skips a bunch of stuff. Because operative is designed to only be the most mission critical objectives. So a lot of stuff gets skipped. I accidentally put it on agent and then I quit the mission and restarted it on operative. I don't know if there's anything in the rules. I don't know if there's anything in the rules for the speedrun that says, you know, be on operative or higher. Like obviously the other way round is a problem. You know, if you were doing a 00 agent run and accidentally did one mission on operative, that's a very bad thing. But would it be a problem if you were doing an operative run and accidentally did a mission on agent? I don't know. I can't imagine why. I say there's quite a few there's quite a few missions where agent would be much slower because you have to do the extra objectives. We do know of some cases in speedrunning where harder difficulties are easier. Best example that comes to mind is Weapons Lab main wing in Metal Gear Solid 3. So the room in Groznygrad where the Shagohod is housed is easier on European Extreme than it is on Very Easy. To speedrun, at least. Three seconds slow on that one. $43 seconds to... I can definitely catch that up.
I heard something.
Again, I'm just not even gonna engage with the enemy. Just run. Might engage with that one though. Obviously, I don't want to die.
You can shed some light on the situation, 007, by using your thermographic vision.
That's better. Another fight against Jaws. So, like, for that level is an example of a mission that's automatically faster on operative. On agent and 00 agent, you are expected to destroy a bunch of computer terminals in order to unlock the doors and stuff. So that's definitely one. Oh, gold split. So that's definitely one where it is slightly quicker. It's not that much quicker. I don't think there's anything with Sandstorm. I'll try and point them out as they come along. Some are much more time saving than others. New Orleans. There's a couple of the missions in New Orleans which are very which skip a lot.
Some flares may help to shake those missiles, 007.
That was a pretty good strafe. Ooh, down. Oh. Oh, again, takes so much damage because I'm refusing to shoot anything.
He's still behind us. Get to the base.
I don't know who this general is. I don't know if we ever see him.
Do not let that helicopter get away.
Oh. Maneuver, Bond, maneuver. Ah!
You're a skillful pilot, Mr. Bond, but no match for me.
I don't know if there's ever going to be a fan project to remaster this. I did learn, looking at Agent Under Fire, that Agent Under Fire has actually had a fan remaster.
Sector is protected by those shield generators. You'll need to deal with them before continuing on with your mission.
I think it's called... can't remember. I looked at it yesterday. Maybe that might... No, it's not gold split. Too many slowdowns. Right, there's a cutscene here. Cool, good. Yeah, I forgot what it's called, but yeah, it got a fan remaster. Did Agent Under Fire, and I believe that's the one that tends to be more favoured for speedrunning. All right, then I won't. I'll blow him up very quickly. I want to say Agent Under Fire Reloaded, but I bet it isn't. Crash, crash. Whoa, look how much damage I've already taken again. Wasn't that bad a turn? Probably could have been better. Probably not set up properly to get out. No, I'm still gonna have to back it up slightly. Dark Souls 2. Of the 3 Dark Souls games, Dark Souls 2 is the only one I've not finished. I've played it, but I really struggled with it. I've beaten Dark Souls 1 and 3. I think I've only ever beaten both of them once, though. I think I've started a second playthrough of Dark Souls. Actually, I started loads of playthroughs of Dark Souls 1, but just never...
Don't forget, 007, your Q cloak will make you invisible for a short time only.
Didn't get very far with them. Death Stranding? Death Stranding's not a bad game. Love Death Stranding. Won loads of awards. Not quite sure which crazy people are suggesting Death Stranding's a bad game. I was under the impression that I've just completely missed out on Death Stranding 2 because I just haven't got the money and time to play it. I was like, yeah, I've just not been able to play it and I've missed out. I didn't realise that it actually isn't out on PC yet. It's only available. Death Stranding 2 is only available on PS5 at the moment. I wasn't aware of that, so I don't feel bad that I haven't played Death Stranding 2 yet because I actually have no way of playing Death Stranding 2. I'm looking forward to finally getting to play Death Stranding 2 though, because Kojima has in the past had a bit of a history of really making big improvements to games following a first attempt.
Go left here.
So I'm kind of keen to see, because Death Stranding wasn't without its flaws. Don't get me wrong, Death Stranding is not a perfect game by any means. It is not without its flaws. Let's go crash through them. Hit the tank. So I'd be really interested to see what changes were made. It got Death Stranding got 6 from IGN. That's crazy.
View left, 007, it's your only chance.
Hold on.
I mean, I loved Death Stranding because I loved the story. I thought, how do you make a walking simulator fun and interesting? And by God, Kojima did it. And, the community aspect is really cool with the way that the online community stuff works. I was so invested in actively trying to build zip lines and stuff to help other people. I loved that. The ending got a bit long. But I enjoyed the general gameplay loop of getting stuff, delivering it.
Hurry, 007. You're our only hope. And his.
Later, dude. Oh, that was awful. Once again, I'm using the wrong button to... I'm going to collect this armor now so I'm not in any trouble. I need to... just got to start getting into a habit of using L2 to pick my... to pick my weapon and gadget. Oh, that hit me. Oh, probably want to be. That's better. Game story did you enjoy the most, or game series? I mean, I know this is going to probably sound pretty obvious, but Metal Gear, the main reason I love the Metal Gear games is I love, don't get me wrong, I love the gameplay of the Metal Gear series. I wouldn't be constantly speedrunning them over and over again if I didn't. But the draw for me was also the story, particularly for MGS4, because the gameplay for MGS4 does not actually hold up very well.
Complete his mission, 007. Find a junction box and install that update.
Oh, cool! I can grab the armor.
Hey, stop!
Oh, Bond did not change his weapon very quickly. Oh, out of my way. Let me try and think of an answer that isn't Metal Gear. Let me be a bit more creative. Love 3, but you didn't love the story. I freaking love that. I love 3 the most, mostly because of its story. I definitely need to grab that armor. MGS1 story is probably the best one. You know, like the first time you ever play through MGS1, and Liquid takes his glasses, Miller takes his glasses off and is revealed to be Liquid, is like it is the, you know, the absolute kicker. It's so good. I love a game that can make me cry. Walking, I think we talked about this in the last stream as well. MGS4, I wouldn't say I did actually cry. I nearly cried at MGS4. The only game where I did genuinely shed a tear was The Walking Dead Season 1. Undertale also. I didn't cry at Undertale, but on the ending of Undertale's pacifist run got me real good. And to this day, I have still never completed a genocide run of Undertale. One day I would like to do a genocide run of Undertale. This is funny. The whole reason, the only reason I ever... That's happened. Okay, I died again. I think you're not allowed to get hit by the you're not allowed to get hit by the minecart. Or it's because I was like near full health then and just died. No, don't. Undertale is very, very good. There's a reason why Undertale's so beloved. I've not really gotten into Deltarune. I played chapter 1 of Deltarune, but I'm just not. I just haven't really given it the time. Yeah, as I say, one day I would like to go back and do Undertale's genocide run. As I say, because the reason I got into Undertale in the first place was because of the music. You know, the music in Undertale is fantastic, as I'm sure as a lot of people will know. I say the whole reason I got into Undertale in the first place was because I heard Sans' boss theme. A little slow equipping the grenade there, but got there in the end. Megalovania, there we go, I did remember. I heard Megalovania and I was like, okay, I need to play the game that this is from. because I want to hear. I want to know the context for this piece of music. And to this day, I've never fought Sans. So I know Megalovania. Obviously, I know everyone knows Megalovania is one of the best pieces of video game music of all time. But I've never actually fought Sans to hear it in game. To me as well, there's some games that I just adore because of the music. I mentioned this on my Discord server recently, but as many people will know, my wife Heidi is a music teacher, and this year it has happened before. This isn't the first time, but this year on their curriculum they do cover some video game music, and once again, as it has been in the past, Metal Gear Solid 4 is on the curriculum. So she messaged me it was Tuesday I think actually, and she messaged me to let me know that her whole class was currently jamming out to Guns of the actual track Guns of the Patriots, which is really cool. I have forgotten to split. It is. I say it's not the first time it's come up. They don't do that much on it. I know one year they looked at Tomb Raider Anniversary quite extensively. Oh, that's the point. The Game Awards. Didn't the Game Awards start in 5 minutes? All right, thinking the Game Awards starts in 5 minutes.
Take us to Jack's. You'll be safe there.
Because there's supposed to be a Tomb Raider reveal, which a lot of outlets are suggesting it could be a remake of the original. The thing is, we've already had a remake of the original. It was called Tomb Raider Anniversary, and it was a very good remake of the original. I have never completed the original. I played a lot of it, but I've never completed it. But I completed Tomb Raider Anniversary. Oh, there we go. Talking about bad games that we enjoy. Tomb Raider Angel of Darkness, except I'm lying. I didn't enjoy it. Angel of Darkness is awful. Fucking terrible game. Tomb Raider Angel of Darkness was awful. I went back. I did one. An old friend of mine bought me it on Steam as a joke. And I did one stream trying to play it, and it was just the worst shit ever. I've not seen much about the remaster of because it's 4, 5, and 6, isn't it? So it's Chronicles, Revelations, and Angel of Darkness. But they added really fucking stupid RPG elements. Because it was the early noughties, and everyone was adding terrible fucking RPG elements to every video game. I don't think I'm going to destroy this tank in time. No, we're going round in a circle. I gotta get better at shooting that tank. Oh good, I collapsed that quicker though. Yeah, Angel of Darkness is awful. I have finished it. I have it on PS2. If I still own I'm assuming I still have my. I played a demo of, I'm gonna say, Enter the Matrix, but that's as much as I've played. I understand that, if I recall correctly, there were 2 Matrix games on PS2. One was good and one was bad. And I heard one of them broke your thumbs because the way you had to hold the controller to be able to do everything was just awful. There was some recent news about the fact that apparently Kojima was once pegged to be directing a Matrix game, and it never happened. So another time where Kojima was attached to a beloved franchise, and it got pulled away from him, and it was probably a very, very bad decision. Like, I don't think anyone's ever going to forgive Konami for Silent Hills. I don't even like Silent Hill, and I'm not forgiving them for it. That game would have been brilliant. Right, hopefully I've got this right this time. This bit is a bit weird where it doesn't...
Those gas pumps, 007.
There we go.
It's your best
Immediate. There we go. Shot it and it immediately played the cutscene. That's what we want. Right, we're nearly done with our first trip to Peru. Hopefully I've pulled back a little bit of time. I'm not sure. We just got the final bit of getting to the plane.
007, our presence has been detected at the airfield.
But I've played Tomb Raider games. I've completed. Angel of Darkness is the earliest one I've completed, which doesn't sound good. I've completed all 3 in the Legends trilogy, so Legends, Anniversary, and Underworld. And then of the, do you want to call it a reboot trilogy? I don't know. I don't actually know what the man, getting onto that plane is fast. I don't actually know what they refer to the is it the survival trilogy? I can't, whatever the latest ones are. I've played the first 2. In fact, I think I've like 100%ed both of them. And I forgot to split again. Go back. Yeah, I think I 100%ed them both as well. So that's Tomb Raider and I want to say Rise of the Tomb Raider was the second one. I can't remember what the third. I've got the third one, but I've never played it because just never got around to it.
Agent Starling will meet you in the park.
Dawn of the Tomb Raider. I can't remember. But it is kind of crazy to think we haven't had a new Tomb Raider game since the third survival Tomb Raider. We've had, I mean, obviously we've had the two remaster bundles. We haven't had a new Tomb Raider game since, I'm going to say Dawn again. Dawn of the Tomb Raider. I'm pretty sure is what that one was called.
Right, 007. You must get to the diner and hijack that truck.
I really enjoyed them. I thought they were really good. I think my only worry with playing the third one would be that it probably, at that point, it was probably starting to get a bit repetitive. But I mean, it was with the first 2. It was definitely a case of, for the second one, where they knew what worked really well with the first one, and then sort of improved on the formula.
Your Vanquish just might fit in the back of that truck, 007. Perhaps you should take it along for the ride.
Underworld was not that well received because I think by that point it was like there wasn't enough difference in it. It felt more like I guess it probably felt a bit more like DLC for the for Legend. But I enjoyed Underworld. Done it again. But to be honest, all the early Tomb Raider games felt like, I know like I think it was Tomb Raider Chronicles was not well received because it was just more of the same. It was like after Tomb Raider 3, the Revelations and Chronicles just both felt like there wasn't enough innovation, there wasn't enough changing. It was just basically just playing DLC. And it stopped being Tombs, yes. There is a bit of a draw to it being Tombs in your Tomb Raider game. There's a level in I believe it's in Paris in Tomb Raider Legend, where she's in a really nice dress and she's in some sort of nightclub or something. It's a really good level. What I want to do, I haven't tried this yet. What happens if I get the car out now and then place the tracking device?
pick you.
It's the one. It's the that mission. That mission in Paris is always a good reminder.
Mustn't allow Agent
Is
Starling
always a
to be
good.
harmed,
Oh, I've got to go around the other side of the bloody car. It's always a good reminder for me about how bad the Angelina Jolie movies fucked her character up. Like the first Tomb Raider film. I don't remember much about the Cradle of Life. I don't remember the second one that well. But the very first Tomb Raider film, there's a running joke in the film about the fact that she's a tomboy. You know, Arnold J. Rimmer as the butler. That's not his name. Chris Barry. Chris Barry playing a butler is like constantly wanting her to be more woman-like, more ladylike. You know, she is Lady Croft and she doesn't act like it. I'm now going the wrong way. The game's turned me round. God damn it. And you know, like right at the end of the film, he's shocked to find her in a dress, and it's like, how did you get the character of Lara Croft so wrong, like so incredibly wrong? Because if you've played the games, you know the character. She is a lady. Lara Croft is not a tomboy. Lara Croft is very posh, ladylike, prim and proper. It's just she does all of that whilst also kicking ass and raiding tombs. So, and it's similar, a little similar to in Indiana Jones. Indiana Jones goes a little bit more off piece, but obviously he's a professor as well, and that comes into play a bit. I keep forgetting to split.
Let's see about
But yeah, that was my biggest issue with the Angelina Jolie ones. I haven't actually watched any of the other. I haven't watched any of the other Tomb Raiders because there was the Tomb Raider film a few years ago.
You must get to her before it's too late.
They also have a thing with the Tomb Raider films where, you know, Lara Croft is an extremely British character. Like, she is quintessentially British, and so far there has not been a live action Tomb Raider film where Lara Croft has been played by a British woman. Angelina Jolie is obviously American, and the woman who played her a few years ago, if I remember, she's European. Not that I have an issue with characters not being played by the same country nationality that they are. Actors and actresses are more than capable of putting on accents and playing other characters, but it does strike me as interesting that the two times they have attempted to do Tomb Raider, and both times they've chosen not to use a British actress, and both times the films have not done, because the original Tomb Raider films were not that well. They made a lot of money because it was Tomb Raider; it was always going to do well. But they weren't that well received. They weren't that well reviewed, at least. I'd say no, only because I'm not a fan of John Cleese. Which you might find surprising, because I've watched a lot of Monty Python. But John Cleese is a bit of a dick. If you've not seen much of John Cleese outside of his acting, he's a bit of a dick. No, stop, Bond. Just keep running. That'll do. You're good.
Agent Starling is running out of time.
Yeah, you don't want to. Oh, I said I'd try and point them out. That's another level where Operative cuts out a massive chunk of the...
Enjoy the ride, little songbird. You were a hot little number.
Perhaps
Right,
it's
where
time
you-
Mr. LaRouge tasted some of his own medicine.
You're 2 beats slow.
That was, that's probably the... That was good. That was definitely the fastest I've done. That could have still been faster, but that's definitely the fastest I've beaten LaRouge. Pull back a little bit of time. There's a time save in this level, assuming it goes well. I say it's always difficult, like, to look at stuff like, as I say, John Cleese, for example, where I know the actor now has a reputation for being a bit of a dick at times, and you know I was quite a big Monty Python. Obviously, much after the fact, I was a Monty Python fan because my dad was a Monty Python fan. So you know, I've watched quite a lot of Monty Python because of my dad. But I did go off and watch Monty Python on my own. Wasn't just watching it with my dad, but.
The bomb has been
Oh, that was
defused,
fast.
and not a moment too soon.
He is the worst Q. There's no doubt about that he's the worst Q. Technically, there's one other Q. I believe the very first film, Dr. No, I don't think it was, I want to say Desmond Llewellyn is who I believe was the name of the actor who played Q all those years. I mean, obviously he will always be the best Q. It'd be interesting to see what they decide to do with the character in whatever Amazon finally decides to do with the franchise. Now that Amazon bloody owns it. God help us all. I do like oh god, what's his name? Oh, what's Paddington's name? completely slipped my mind the name of the actor who's played Q in the most recent Bond films. Probably most famous for being the voice of Paddington in the Paddington films. I do like his version of the character.
You're not out of danger yet, 007. Yayakov's men will be lying in wait as the agents.
Hopefully, as long as this ending doesn't go badly, I'm pretty sure this is going to be a pretty decent gold split, because it's been very nice. That wasn't so great. Come on, show me that girl. There she is. Nice, 8 seconds. Right, we're not done in New... That feels like an ending to New Orleans, but it's not. Oh, remember, the rappel gun is 1... Gotta remember, the rappel gun is always up 1. Sleep dark, because... Best weapon for taking out some of these guards.
It's imperative you find out what Yayakov is up to, 007. The security door is now open, 007.
So this is another level. She said the security door is now open. In other difficulties, you have to go and open the security door yourself. Hopefully this section will be a little bit faster because I've got a SIG this time. Oh, that was, yeah, that was much better. That's probably a gold split as well. Oh, no, okay, 2 seconds. Never mind. I thought that would be. Alright, Machinery of Evil. Our second speedrun trick level. I do like that it automatically swaps you to the spaz.
Not if I can destroy Yayakov's machines.
Keep him away from the machines.
My machines!
This should be a blast.
Ah!
Hyper-cyclic suspension losing hull integrity.
You'll pay for
I'm always impressed by the generic look of some of them. You got like the thugs in like body armor and stuff, and then you got a guy just in a jacket, just a jacket. That's the best thing. Like a hoodie. It is a hood. Like this guy, bald guy. He looks like Jesse from freaking Breaking Bad. Right. Keep killing guards because we do need to try and take out as many guards as possible. I'm on half health, but that should be fine.
That should do the trick.
So here I do now need to. I'm going to wait for that because I was going to get hit by that.
Heavy molecular infuser.
Right, so I do now need to try and.
Seals compromised.
Okay, there's one guard remaining, but he's all the way over at the other side, so I should be okay. Famous last words. Oh, there's a couple of them. Oh. Okay, I can at least take this guy out because he's... Oh, he took himself out.
Pod has created an exponential electrical cascade anomaly.
Let's hope he just ignores it.
I've
Should be
destroyed
good.
all your production facilities, Yayakov. It's over for you now.
Yeah, we're good.
Bye, Yayakov.
Oh. Just trying to be careful. Trying to be careful with how quickly I did that because I'd probably explode that on myself and that wouldn't be a good thing. Alright. Now the really, really fun level. I remember playing multiple demos of this. So I used to get the my dad used to buy us the PlayStation 2, the official PlayStation 2 magazine when me and Johnny were kids, because he liked the idea of us getting demos to play. Because the more demos we have to play, the less actual games that he has to buy. So yeah, he sort of really liked. Really, liked getting us those, and the demos for this. There were multiple demos for this game, and each demo was slightly different. It was always the same levels every time. It was always this and a long way down, the first mission in Egypt. But things about the very minor things about them changed. Excuse me. Oh god, sorry. I couldn't do anything else. I'm really sorry. I did not want to sneeze directly into the microphone, but I did. Because this is a very delicate bit of driving. And yeah, I specifically remember things like certain HUD elements looking different, and like the Bond moment, like certain you actually saw a little bit of how the game was changing in development as the demos came out. It was weird. I've never really seen that with any other game before.
There's the truck, 007.
Right, let's see if I can get a quick kill.
Power to stop Jaws.
Look for a weakness in that tanker, 007.
Nope, apparently not.
Perhaps that flamethrower will come in handy.
I haven't hit the front tire. Oh, I couldn't quite squeeze through that. This is bad. Oh, never mind. Apparently I've done it. Maybe on operative you don't have to hit every single tire. Oh, that's all right. Holiday 2004 base. Wow, that's horrible. I remember playing so many demos. So many demos in the games that I just never... Games that I never then went back to. I'm going to see... this is going to be interesting to see if my... my theory that I had before, where I just also sleep dart that guy, is enough to get me through. Right, well that's a gold split, and that's two runs in a row where that has worked perfectly. Which also means that's a massive time save, because it took me about 5 or 6 attempts in my PB, so we're actually back on. Just from that, we're back on track. There were definitely more... I correct me if I'm wrong. I don't no, I have. I had a massive backtrack at one point. Can't remember what it was. There's in my PB there's definitely more. Oh, thanks, Cosmic. I am whatever this is. I think this is some sort of demon. I think I suggested this was some sort of pixelated demon. Get out of my way. I love this version of the theme. It's so good. Sorry. I mean, when it comes to demos, the one that I will always cherish more than any other, unsurprisingly, is Metal Gear Solid 1. I played that demo over and over and over again. Absolutely loved the Metal Gear Solid 1 demo. I'm trying to remember think of any other memorable demos that I played. I remember playing Whiplash. That was it. That was a game that I've never really looked at again. I don't know if anyone ever remembers Whiplash. It's a game with a couple of like I think a laboratory experiment where it's like a weasel and a rabbit. I want to say a weasel and a rabbit. I could be wrong on the weasel. That are chained together and they have to work together. It's a puzzle platformer with a bit of brawling in it as well. That was I remember playing that demo a lot. I think I remember playing the demo for Sly Cooper 2. I remember playing the Jak and Daxter 2 or Jak 2 demo a lot. And demos for the Ratchet and Clank trilogy. I remember playing those. I never had Net Heroes. I know of it. I've watched Modern Vintage Gamers video on the Net Heroes. I say famously for me, the Klonoa 2 demo was a massive influence. Because as I always talk about when I do marathon runs of it, my mum really liked the Klonoa 2 demo, and that's why she bought us Klonoa 2. And obviously, years later, I'm active speedrunner of.
Well done.
Fairly active speedrunner of Klonoa 2. Done a lot of marathons. I definitely want to do Klonoa 2 for Albion speedrun at some point. I don't know yet. I got part of that. I think that's the first time doing this mission in a run I've been punched. Okay, that done. I still think I should go back and check my splits, but I'm pretty sure that's the fastest mission in the game. Alright, High Road next. I'm trying to think what else. What are the demos and stuff? I'm trying to think of any other games games that I discovered because I played a demo of them first. It wasn't on a demo disc, but obviously by the time when the PS3 then came out, right, which way am I going here? This way. I'll go round the roundabout the long way, apparently. When the PS3 came out, you didn't really get demo discs anymore, but you could download demos for games. You still can. I remember Super Rubber Dub, a game for the PS3 that uses the PlayStation 3 6-axis to control ducks in a bathtub. I remember getting, because actually it wasn't a demo, it was the trial version of the game, which you could then pay to unlock the rest of it. I remember that. I don't think I got into I think I might have gotten into. I played a Katamari Damacy. I've only ever played demos of. I think I might have gotten into Cool Borders from a demo. I can't remember. I remember my mate had it. I can't remember if he just had the demo or whether he had the. Oh, Bond, what are you doing? Get out of my way. Shouldn't really use the handbrake in the Daytona. Except here.
007, we determined a way for you to...
That was a better turn. Oh, just. This is another level where Operative cuts out a huge. There's a whole other section of this jumping puzzle. In the other difficulties. So far this has been, assuming I don't fall off here, which isn't outside the realm of possibility. That's a pretty good high road. Wait for the girl on the left. There she is. Oh, okay. We are back on PB pace. Right, last mission in Peru. Diablo's plan. Drop the EMP.
I need to find my equipment.
I found your equipment. Right, on this way because there's too many guards that way. Shoot one of them. Pick up the nice, got the Desert Eagle. Which I don't want. I want the P99. Right, and then here, I'm going to deliberately do that so that I can avoid all of these. Got the armor. Now I want the Desert Eagle. Let's just take those two. Oh my god, that was awful.
Nowhere to go but up.
Okay, hopefully the rest of this level will be much better. That was not great. That was very, very slow. I'll say hopefully I can... I'm okay for health. Not so good on ammo for this AK, so... Yeah, I don't need the armor. I should be fine. There's only a couple of enemies left to deal with. Push the button. Kill you. And we should be good. Oh, I actually lost some time on that one. I thought that was a lot better. Apparently not. Oh well. All right, final act. We head to Russia. It's worth noting that we've literally just passed the world record time. World record is 59 minutes and 58 seconds. I want to say 58 seconds.
Find the source of the gas and neutralize it. You must arrive before Diavolo's forces descend upon Red Square. There might be a shortcut beyond that wall.
There's an enemy among us.
Ah, he said among us. Years before.
Move the bomb into position.
That was better shooting. He predicted Among Us. You heard it here first. Oh, get out of my way. It's a really awkward position for that tank. Right, I am going to shoot the nano shell. I'm going to go and do the other bit of the nano shell bit because I've been embarrassingly bad at the end of this bit recently. It doesn't take that long. When it first came out, I played loads of Among Us, but that was mostly because loads of my friends were playing Among Us, and Among Us is definitely a game that does not work. Like if you're playing Among Us with random strangers online, it's just bad.
Nano shells should do the trick here.
It appears Diavolo is planning to use brute force to enter the Kremlin. You must find a way to stop those tanks from breaking through that wall.
Which reminds me, actually, I need to reach out to my my old uni mates, let them know about Manchester, because a lot of them live in and around Manchester. You know, I'm just gonna ignore the tanks. I'm not gonna bother because we don't need to. There's gonna be a little cutscene that plays here, and then as soon as the cutscene ends, I should be able to immediately shoot. Yeah, it's so much safer.
It's your best chance.
It's cutscene and yay! Another big time. Oh, that's another big time save. We are looking good for a PB now. Obviously, the first half of the game, we can already now start to see where I could really where under 110 could come from.
We're working on it, 007.
Dangerous Descent is another kind of nasty level where we gets a bit shaky. Whee! Bump. Get a Q spider out. Detonate it. Let's get these. Activate the nano suit at the last possible second.
Search for the lift controls and maintenance tunnels.
Oh, that was a really good shot there.
You should be able to ride the lift down now.
Oh, that was nasty. But I've got 4 shots as well. So I should... Ow. Nice. That's got to be a... I was about to say that's got to be a gold split, but actually we still got the Jaws fight.
Aim for his backpack, 007.
No, that was terrible. Beautiful. Oh, okay. Okay. We are solid. 2 minutes. Apparently, my PB, I had a really bad time with Dangerous Descent. I knew there was some time saved, but...
Not the escape route I would have taken, but it seems to have done the job.
Thank you, Em. What is my exact location?
We believe you're in the secret Kremlin nuclear command bunker.
I heard something.
Be careful!
Bond, you need to find a way onto those catwalks. Wait,
Oh.
Try and hit me now!
Oh, I do actually want that armor. I'm going to shoot a couple of these guys so I don't get absolutely rinsed like I did the previous one. I smell a PB. I do think you got to be careful there. I do think you can run off that. Open the door. I'd love to work out a method of not getting hit by those. Another good level. 2 to go. Final card is one that hasn't really gone wrong too much in a run yet, so I'm probably due one. That's nice. That's a really good. That's a good start already.
How does it feel to lose?
You're about to find out, Diablo.
Activating defense turrets. That was luck, but you still haven't won. Katya! Brilliant. Your efforts are futile, Bond.
Do I have to wait for them to... They haven't... Oh, it hasn't turned. Have I got to...
Those sentry guns with your network tapped. You should be able to control the guns.
No, I can't, because he won't aim at it.
Someone target him! He's up there!
Alright, I think I can go for it now. No, the door's closed. Okay, so this is... let's restart this mission. It had to happen eventually, where this mission just sort of didn't go correctly. I bloody jinxed it. I said this hasn't gone wrong yet.
Activating defense turrets.
I think maybe you have to, like... There we go. It's in the right place this time.
It's hopeless, Bond. Give up.
Someone target him!
So clearly there is some sort of method to shooting that twice that makes a big difference. Okay, second time's the charm. We still got the still got the Harrier fight. Terrible Harrier fight.
This is where you die. You first.
Oh, Jane.
Phony.
We could have had such fun together.
The lawsuit. All yours, Captain.
Got it.
That was luck, but you still haven't won. Katya, kill him.
That bomb's armed with a nanotech payload.
Enough damage and it'll detonate.
Enough damage if I could bloody hit it. Yay! Okay, we haven't lost too much time. Only 30 seconds. That's not that bad. That could have been a lot worse. I have no idea whether there's any time save at all in everything or nothing, but we are definitely looking at around, as long as nothing really goes wrong here, we should be looking at around 2 minute PB, which is great improvement. And also really clear indication of how much better this could be. Oh, I actually can't. Oh. Quick, I'm going to go around this corner and grab that because I screwed that up badly. And actually, I'm still going to go around and grab this one to be on the safe side. It's not over yet. Certainly isn't. It's kind of crazy doing this level like this, knowing that playing through this casually, like, I was so slow and this level is just so long casually. Right, nearly done. It's not sub 110, but at this rate, I don't think I'm getting sub 112. Yeah, pretty much. Might get sub 112. I think I might. Yeah, well, that should be 3 hits. 1:11:51. Sub 112. 1:55 saved over Tuesday. And with that, I think we have a run to submit to the leaderboards. I'm happy. Obviously, the start of this, how far was I behind? How far did I go behind? I went behind. To be fair, I was actually only 2 minutes and 13 seconds was the worst I was behind. But that means that sub 110 is definitely within grasp. Let's, as always, groove out to the final, to the credits theme. I loved it. It's just such a good piece of music. Haven't been hit with the. I don't think I've been hit with a copyright flag from YouTube or anyway for this. Right, let's have a look. Where does that put me on the leaderboards? With a 111, because that is a difference from. So my 113.47, I think it was, on Tuesday. Put me. Oh, my 114.37 put me 6th. This run puts me 5th by 1 second. Current 5th place is 1 hour, 11 minutes, and 52 seconds. I am 5th place by a second. 5th place by 1 second. That's crazy. That's so funny. 4th place is 110. 10:30, so I do really need to be sort of breaking the 110 barrier, and then we're really getting into the big nut. 107.20 is third place, which that run, the third place run is the only other run that was a GameCube emulator. The top two runs are both run on Xbox hardware. But yeah, this is definitely one to submit to the leaderboards. Very, very happy to do so. Don't know. I do want to do more of this. I'm definitely not done with this game. I don't want this to be like the game I now play for ages and ages and ages. But I would like to do a little bit more. I'll probably try and do some offline runs of this so that I can practice, so I can concentrate a little bit more. And I'll be perfectly honest, I would be tempted to submit this to some marathons, because I know a lot of speedrunners who do just sort of pick up a game, they submit it to a load of marathons, and then that's it. They do it. And there's quite a few successful GDQ runners who do that, who are very, very good at picking up a new game, speedrunning it, getting really good at it, submitting it to GDQ, getting it into GDQ, running it, and then that's it. They don't touch it again. Now, obviously, I'm not getting into GDQ anytime soon. Particularly at the very least, this would need to be on 00 Agent to consider it for GDQ. But I'd be open to submitting it to the marathon just for a bit of fun. You know, not for Albion Speedrun Collective in April. That's too far away. That'll probably be Metal Gear Solid 1. I don't know. I haven't decided what I want to submit to that yet. But I'd be tempted, because it is fun. And the advantage of this game, this is something very similar with Klonoa 2, is I know this game very, very well. I played this game loads as a kid, so there's loads of stories and stuff that I get. That's one reason I love speedrunning Klonoa 2 for marathons, because whilst the speedrun there isn't, Klonoa 2 is similar to this, there's not that much happening. There's a little bit more going on in Klonoa 2. There's quite a few tricks in Klonoa 2, a lot more than this. But the stories that I can tell and about the game and about my experience with it and being a kid and stuff, there's a lot more. I have, lot more for me to be able to enjoy talking about with a game like this. So we'll see. I'm enjoying the speedrun a lot more than I was expecting. I thought, because as soon as I found out that there's not really that many tricks or glitches or skips in the game, I really didn't think I was going to enjoy speedrunning this, but I am actually enjoying. I am really enjoying speedrunning this. So yeah. If you've been watching the VOD on YouTube or on speedrun.com, thank you very much for watching. Go check out in the description will have all the various links to join the Discord server, to follow me on Twitch, to follow me on TikTok, to check out Speedrun Tours UK, because I've posted a new way of posting all of those links. So yeah, go and check it out. Oh yeah, and then there's this video at the end about like the making of the game, which we've never really watched before. There's John Cleese. He's a bit of a dick. Yes, thank you all very much for watching the VOD, and I'll hopefully I'll see you in another VOD at some point when I do better, and you never know, I might have a look at 00 Agent, because I am kind of curious. So cheers.
Stud. He's high.
All right, that just closes out the VOD. Let's swiftly swap on over to the big camera one, which I suppose I'll try and be a bit more in the center of the screen to make sure that the YouTube vertical stream picks me up properly. Let's actually have a quick look at it and see what it looks like. No, I need to be a little further over here, I think.
It's a big deal for me.
Wait, I'm just waiting for it to catch up where I move my head over slightly. I'm still until YouTube adds in some proper cropping options, What 111.50 on the horizon. My next run is going to be 111.50. Hey, look, it's a Green Goblin. Yeah, this has been fun. It's been nice taking a break from Metal Gear. And I'd like to try. I say this every year. I'd like to try and do a little bit more of it, and then I get sucked into Metal Gear Solid 3. It's always Metal Gear Solid 3 that I get sucked into. I would like to try and do a little bit more of it. I think this year's been better. If I look at my profile on speedrun.com, doing Speedrumizer was good. I really enjoyed Speedrumizer, and it gave me a reason. Oh, I'm definitely not taking a break. I already know what I want to do. I already know what I want to do with Metal Gear Solid 3 next. I'll give you a clue.
Well, the great thing about this game is
That's yeah. But I'm not for a little bit. Not for a little bit. But looking through my list of games, Jade Cocoon. Obviously, I played a load of because that was what I did for Speedrumizer. My Crash Bandicoot. I finally submitted Crash Bandicoot from the Insane trilogy to speedrun.com. That was back in March. So we did Crash Bandicoot. Flashback. I actually started Flashback last year, the run that's on the board, 25th November 2024. But I didn't. But I did play a little bit more Flashback this year. I think I played a bit of Castle of Illusion because I had that for a speedrun marathon. Resident Evil, I did do a casual playthrough of Resident Evil 2, but I think that was for Halloween last year. I don't think that was for this year. I probably played Klonoa at some point. Looking through the rest of my games on speedrun.com. Yeah, it's kind of Crash Bandicoot, Jade Cocoon, Everything or Nothing. Everything else was Metal Gear. And Unmetal, but Unmetal's close enough to being Metal Gear, isn't it? So it's something I still want to do more of next year. I'd like to try and get into some more games again. Oh, Wacky Races. I did a bit more Wacky Races this year as well. Again for marathons. I had a speedrun marathon. Which I can't remember which marathon it was. I did a speedrun marathon literally the weekend I came back from Italy. I went to Italy with work for a week and then came back and immediately did a speedrun marathon. And I had to wear my sunglasses for that speedrun marathon because I got a really nasty eye infection whilst I was in Italy. I'm gonna check out Angus because it should say on Angus what I got. Which bloody marathon was that? I did 2 runs. I'm pretty sure one was Castle of Illusion and the other was Wacky Races. Oh, it would have been License-a-thon. I don't need to look it up. It would have been License-a-thon because that's why I was running Wacky Races and Castle of Illusion, because they're both licensed games. They were the only 2 licensed games that I speedrun. I know what I'm submitting to License-a-thon next year. We can do. I definitely now have a reason to do 007 Everything or Nothing at a speedrun marathon because I would do it for License-a-thon. There's quite a lot of speedrun marathons I could do. Not to, obviously a lot of speedrun marathons will just take anything, but there are a few. So License-a-thon would be one. Crosshair. I think it's called Crosshair. There's another British one. About FPS game, well, not necessarily FPS game, games with guns. I think it's called Crosshair, but something makes me. Crosshair is the name of a GDQ hotfix show. I can't remember what it is. We're addicted to licensed games. God no. Before I do go, we were talking about various games. I couldn't remember whether I own any of them, so I'm going to go and check. sold a bunch. It does look like I sold a bunch. The only game I've picked up is my PS2 copy of Everything or Nothing. No, I don't seem to have Angel of Darkness anymore. I don't seem to have Bionic Commando anymore. Yeah, I don't know. They're not up there. There's other games that we mentioned today that are up on my shelf. I have the Xbox 360 version of Red Dead Redemption, so I'm going to play that on my mobile now. I've got a couple of Tomb Raider games up there. No, I thought I still owned like copies of some of these, but clearly I sold. If I could go back in time and go back to my younger self, one thing that I would tell my younger self: do not trade in any of your video games, because I never like the main reason to trade in video games was to get money off getting new games. But the way of doing that, I never did the way of doing it. Which the way of doing that is you buy a brand new video game for 40 quid, you play it, you play through it, not necessarily as quickly as possible, but you play through it and enjoy it. And once you're done with it, you then trade it back in whilst it's still, it'll still get you 20 quid. I never did that. I went and sold games that were like 5 or 6 years old, and I got a $5 for them maybe. I never got a lot of money for them. But I would go back in time now. If I could go back in time and give some advice to my younger self, it would be: do not sell any of your video games. Keep them, because in the future you won't have physical games. My game collection would be so much bigger if I'd never sold half of the bloody games that I owned. And trying to get them again now is bloody expensive. So yeah, that'd be a bit of advice I'd go back to my younger self with. But at least I kept Bond. I don't know where I put it. Oh, I choked on the bed. At least I kept Bond. Yeah, I do want to have a look at like what options there are for like Xbox and stuff like that. For this, I don't think there's a way of me playing it on an Xbox Series S, but it'd be cool if you could, because that'd be a pretty decent time stamp. As I don't think this game was ever released digitally in any capacity whatsoever. There is a Game Boy Advance version of it as well, which might be interesting to have a look at some point. I've not looked at it at all, so I'll have a look now. But let's leave it at that. I'm sure there's a few people like, Nick, can you hurry up? I want to go see what's going on with the Game Awards. I want to see what's going on with the Game Awards. But yeah, that's going to be it for tonight. Tomorrow night, starting around this time, tomorrow night, so in 24 hours time, I'll be kicking off my next episode of Fast Travel over on GDQ. Those who don't know, I'm a GDQ hotfix showrunner for the show Fast Travel, which is a show where we highlight runners from different regions of the world. We are off to Singapore tomorrow. We have got two runners from Singapore, both running Japanese games, so Asian games being run by Asian speedrunners. We've got an old buddy of mine, Jonathan Irvings, is running Pepsi Man. It's a run that I've seen him do for marathons before. Pepsi Man's a lot of fun. And then we've got another runner called Bolt Clock, who is going to be running Hi-Fi Rush, which at 2 hours and 15 minutes is the longest speed run I've featured on Fast Travel so far. Really looking forward to both of those. It's going to be a fun evening. I've seen a bit of Hi-Fi Rush, but I never played it. I've not seen that much of it, so I'm really looking forward to that. Pepsi Man, I did actually try to learn the speedrun for myself once, but really struggled with it and didn't enjoy it. So yeah, come check that out. For everything else, you know where the Discord server is. You can find me on Blue Sky. I'll be giving out updates for things, but my main concern at the moment is the Albion Speedrun Collective and the marathon that we've got in April. But we've today I have had conversations with every single department lead to sort of steer them in the direction that we need to go in and sort of get the ball rolling. So yeah, we're starting to get in a good position. looking forward to seeing how that pans out. So I will keep everyone updated on that when things happen. And we might at some point in the new year, we might start doing a couple of streams on the Albion Speedrun Collective Twitch stream, just so that we can get some followers and maybe start building towards affiliate. It's something I did with Pixel Perfect after I think it was after our second or third stream. You can get to affiliate a lot quicker now. Or I know you can start getting a lot more benefits from Twitch a lot quicker than you don't have to be affiliate to get some of the benefits, but I'm pretty sure you get to affiliate a lot quicker now. So it's something I might look at doing in the new year. Maybe inviting some other runners on as well to do a couple. You know, what I'd like to do is like a meet the staff set of events, where like we have our staff team members take turns to stream on the channel, so that people can sort of meet them and understand who they are, and as they get the numbers up and get some view times in to hopefully sort of start building towards affiliate. So yeah, expect that's something I want to plan for the new year. So keep an eye out for stuff about that as well. But yeah, have a good evening, have a good weekend. If I don't see you before, might be a stream over the weekend. If Darude Sandstorm fits, I'll put in Darude Sandstorm. I think it will. Yeah, Darude Sandstorm definitely fits. There you go. Sandstorm is now Darude Sandstorm. Let's save those splits. Make sure they definitely get saved. Heidi's not feeling very well at the moment, so there's a very good chance that over the weekend she's probably going to be heading to bed early. So there might be an opportunity for a bonus stream over the weekend, but I will let you know in the usual places. Yeah, enjoy the Game Awards if you're going to watch some of it. I should probably go to bed, but I'll probably watch a little bit of it. And yeah, see you in the next one. Bye all.